live.
We got a hot mic or what?
We're hot. We're hot on Facebook. We're hot on mic. Is it? It's not sideways though.
I'm gonna share your video.
Wait. It's not sideways.
Where is this motherfucker?
So I guess I'll just.
Am I even? Can you hear me? I don't even hear myself.
Well, you're not plugged in.
Oh motherfucker.
You're only gonna get on one side. Are you good now?
Yeah, I can only hear
Hold
from
on,
one side though.
Hold on, I'm gonna redo this. Well, we're still live podcasting. Well, we're not live podcasting. We're just podcasting now.
I got a hot mic going.
Alejandro, what's your Facebook?
What do you mean?
Falcon. Falcon's the easiest way to find it
Yeah,
I got it.
It really is.
because you can't just type LA in. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll go live.
Are you going live now?
Yeah, we're live. Okay. Anyways, so for all the dead air on the podcast portion of this, welcome to Sequel Podcast. I am Matt Bonta, and with me is
Alejandro Rangel.
And Ashley Cortez.
and welcome to your tape.
Yeah.
JC Penny, this is for you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Anyways, so welcome back, guys, to Sequel Podcast. Ashley, this is your second time here.
Yes, it is.
LA, you've been here a couple more times than Ashley.
I believe this is like my fourth time.
You were here during the infamous Derek getting wasted one.
Yeah. That was.
And then the infamous
Alex
Alex got drunk too.
Yeah, Billy the Kid. Yeah, that one was great.
You show up every time. Ashley, you getting drunk?
Tonight?
Right now?
Well,
I'm about to hit up your garage.
For real.
Maybe.
I think the only one that's off tomorrow is you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to
But
pick.
it's early enough.
You're right. I don't know, man.
All right, anyways, so we are here discussing the TV show and the book, 13 Reasons Why.
Yes,
Because I wasn't gonna bother with it because I saw Ashley post shit on there. I mean, she posts everything
about
that comes to
everything.
mind.
It's like whatever's
Right.
on your mind.
But then Ally started talking about it, and it's like, okay, you know what? I'll watch it, and then we'll do a pod.
You only started watching it because of me.
Yeah, well, because it looked like a fucking little teeny fucking like show geared towards females.
Which it is.
Honestly, you'd be lying if you say it wasn't.
It's a 50-50. It's not necessarily women only.
Oh no. Definitely not.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to the past. We've got the time machine here. But then Ally started talking about it, and it seemed like maybe something nice and topical that we could discuss together.
Right.
And we can all have opinions. See, because I didn't really pay attention to what you were posting. I just noticed the 13 Reasons Why, and I probably saw it on Netflix when I booted it up.
Yes.
And so when he started talking about it, I assumed, Ashley, that you liked the show. But that's not the case.
Same here. I honestly thought that you were like so into
A big fan.
It's like,
Oh my god.
no.
I love it.
I guess I liked it. I just didn't like.
No, you don't like it.
No. I mean, come on. It's like
You
any
didn't come
other,
up as
it's
if
like
like
any
you didn't
other
like
teenage
it.
show a teenager would watch, even though I'm not a teenager. But, it's the hot thing on Netflix or whatever. Of course I'm going to watch it. And it wasn't bad, or else I would have stopped watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Just the message or what
Would you
people
stop
are.
watching it, or would you want to finish?
I'm going to continue to watch it.
You haven't
Like,
seen it all?
No, I finished it.
Oh, I
but
see,
there's
okay.
going to be like a season 2,
I
right?
don't know why.
No.
There's not like
is
a,
there?
They're barely on tape 7.
There's only 13 tapes.
Yeah. So
Side
there's
1,
6,
side 2.
There's 6 more tapes.
I don't think there's any more tapes, dude. Like,
Yeah, there's
13
gonna be another
wait, hold on.
season.
Hold on. No. There's 7 tapes. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4, side 5, side 6.
There's 13 sides.
There's 13 sides.
Oh, gotcha.
And
I thought it
then-
was 13 tapes.
No.
No. There's 13 reasons, and each side is a reason,
Each
right?
side is a reason.
Yeah.
And she wrote one on one side.
Oh, okay,
wrote two on
gotcha.
the other side.
Okay, so I had that totally wrong. I
Yeah,
thought
I
there was
had
gonna be a
it- yeah.
season
But,
two.
I mean, there could be a season 2. I saw something on Facebook
Well, I
just
mean,
now.
they can't just like be a cliffhanger with
With Clay.
with Alex.
Well, I mean, it's one book. Okay, it's one book.
They're just
And
gonna
it's about
keep
a girl who killed herself.
yeah.
right.
And there is a beginning and an end to that situation. The only thing as far as the book goes is like, because in the show, Clay is basically last. Like,
Mhm.
He's near the end of everything.
you know, he's only going to pass it off to Bryce. Essentially, he's supposed to, but he doesn't. He gives it to
Mr. Porter.
Right.
He gives it to the counselor. For
But-
those who don't know. For those who don't know.
But in the book, he's like 7. And he comes right before, in the TV show, it's the black girl,
Which one, Jessica or Sherry?
Sherry.
Sherry. Yeah.
And they changed her name from the book, from something else. And then it goes, no, he's not before her. He's before Justin for the second time. And then
Justin,
it's
okay.
Sherry.
Just how it is in the show. Yeah.
So he's gonna pass the book on, or the tapes on to her next, and then she would have to pass it on to Bryce, and so on and so forth.
In the book, I haven't read the book. I don't know about you. but
I haven't read the book.
I know
either.
Matthew.
I've
has.
read the book on tape.
I don't know if there's like something going on between Clay and Sherry. I know in the show there was.
You know, I was looking forward to that,
Yeah,
and then
same here.
because I was watching the show kind of almost at the same time. So like I saw them kind of have like this kind of moment in the show, and then I'm reading the book and it gets to like, oh, this chick fucking fucked shit up. So so they're not gonna get together in the show.
No.
You know, they have a nice little flirtation thing, and then he fucking's like, fuck you.
Yeah. It's like
Ashley rolls her eyes. Like, essentially, he's like best friends with all these people, and then he hears the tape, and he's like, fuck you.
literally,
Yeah.
he becomes something that he was like no one ever expected him to be. Because of these tapes, it seems like
I thought you were a good person.
Yeah, and he even explained to his mom too.
At the
That-
end,
He's like, "What if I'm the bully?"
oh, that was so stupid.
I mean, he was acting like a
okay,
douchebag.
Look, I know, like, I'm here to kind of help defend against Ashley's hate on this medium.
It's just she's so
Ashley
dramatic.
hates people who kill themselves.
No.
No, that's not how it is, people. Whoever see, we just lost a freaking viewer because of you.
We lost.
Yeah,
we
like
lost
our,
someone who wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
our only view right now
Who was watching?
I don't even know. Well, it must have been us.
must have been Eddie.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, Hugh Broadway is watching.
Oh my God, Hugh! Hi.
Shout out.
Doesn't mean he's listening though,
Yeah.
because it could just pop up in the feed.
Hugh Hefner, can you please comment and say hi? Because
You want
we
me to give
miss
a
you at
shout out?
JCPenney.
Yeah.
Let us know how it's going in
He says they're
Ohio.
doing like overtime and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm about to go
Zip
find you
us to
over
go
there
Yep.
because our job sucks ass, Hugh. Jesus Christ.
Careful now. JCPenney's might be our #1 fan.
Oh,
Single
yeah.
podcast.
We're on the
I
hot
doubt
seat.
they would be watching this. All right, anyways.
Anyway, so Ashley hates people that kill themselves.
I do not hate people that kill themselves. I just think
She thinks that there's a better way. She
Right.
thinks that, and you know what? To be fair, and we started talking about this, but I stopped talking about it because
Right.
of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
In the show, she had outlets.
right.
She did. She had many.
In the book, not so much.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So see, that's the thing. Like I'm judging this
Based off the show, right?
off the show. If I had read the book, then maybe it would be different. Maybe my point of view would be slightly different. But as watching this, I don't know. She was so dramatic to begin with. She had friends. Like, come on. She had plenty of friends that tried reaching
Right.
out to
Clay
her.
was always upon
and
her.
he was always there.
Chloe was always there. Yeah.
Tony wasn't a bad guy. Like,
Tony, which one's Tony?
Tony. You don't
Little
know who
Bruno
Tony
Mars
is? Yeah.
looking.
The Mexican Italian looking guy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Tony. Sorry, it's been a while. I've moved on to other things.
I have moved on too, honestly.
So it's like, which one's Tony? Tony's
And-
the gay kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
One of the many gay kids in the show.
Fuck.
2, right? 2
Three.
Three.
No, there's
Two.
2.
Three.
There's 3 actually.
I thought
And
Alex
Tony's
was gay,
boyfriend.
but he's not gay.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's like they got a gay kid to come and play the part, and it's like you don't have to stop acting gay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
well, he
Yeah,
actually
right,
is
right.
gay. He
Him and
is.
Justin,
Is he
right?
gay?
And
In real
Justin.
life?
In real life, they're dating.
Which one's Justin?
Foley.
The one that
Okay.
dates
Oh, so
Jessica.
he's gay too
Yeah.
in real life, outside of the show.
Outside
Right.
of the show.
The
yeah.
actor.
Yes.
The actor, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, because Alex was super gay because they're all like, "Oh, we're all gay together and we're friends."
Oh yeah.
I'm not, I'm not a hate monger in any way, shape, or
No,
form.
yeah, no, not here.
But he does come on totally gay, and like when I saw him in
Very
the show,
flamboyant, to say the least.
and like, but then he hooks up with Jessica, and he starts like beating kids up. Shit.
Okay, let's stop talking about who's gay. Let's get to the point.
Let's
on
get
this.
to
What was I? Where was I going with that?
No, she Ashley was explaining how
She had
in the show she has many outlets.
right,
Oh right, we were talking about.
She had friends.
right.
Right, we were
Okay.
talking about Tony.
But so
Tony,
here's the
yeah.
thing, like she just moved to this school, right? She's
No.
A brand-
no,
no,
see, that's
sh-
where you gotta. No, that's where you've gotta. You gotta stop and go back. Because they're like juniors.
They're sophomores
It's-
when she
Right.
started.
It goes over the period of like a couple of years. So she's got to go to the school as a freshman.
Wait, is it freshman or is it?
In the book?
No, both.
okay, but my point is she's a new student to this school.
Right. So let's say she's a new student as a freshman. When,
Why?
well, okay. Would you rather it be sophomore?
Whatever
Either way,
year she's in.
there is a period of time from when she first shows up and she meets Jessica to when she kills herself. It's got to be at
Right.
least a year to 2 years.
Right. But the way they showed this was like she was new to the school. The counselor called in Hannah and Jessica
Right.
because they were the 2 most recent students.
Right,
in
it was
the
a
school.
counselor at the time.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was
was,
a
a
female
lady.
And
It was a
she
lady.
said, "Okay, you guys are new. You guys could be friends."
Right.
Bam, they were friends. I mean,
She's
But
like, and even
all
admitted
of
it.
these events aren't like right at the beginning of a school year, and it's just boom, 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 boom. It's spread out.
right, it's okay, but,
they,
the
they
first
don't
thing
exactly tell you.
the
what.
first thing we saw was her working at the theaters, right? And she didn't know anybody and she explained to Clay like, "Oh yeah, I'm new here and
Right.
blah blah blah." And then Clay became her first friend. And then from there it
Clay
went,
had to have been like her second friend.
how?
Yeah, because she was with Kat, right?
Oh yeah, that girl that
You-
moved
you-
away.
Well, I mean, you've got to look at it. You've got to kind of look at because the show is not linear. They jump back and forth in time.
They do, like
Just
many
be-
times. You,
just-
you can
Right.
see. You
Just
can
because you see her becoming friends with Clay first at the movie theater doesn't necessarily mean it happened.
Right at that time. Right.
I want to say that she became friends with Jessica first.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I think Clay would have had to been her first friend.
Okay, well that makes sense.
we don't know.
No,
and that's
we
the-
do know. We do know because when Justin fucks her over with the picture, you see them at the coffee shop.
Yeah, and he was
going, like-
upset, and he was upset about it when he like kind of found out. He's like, "Wow, I like."
Well, no, because they were like, "Oh, fuck that guy," and then
Her and Jessica.
and
Alex.
Yeah. So we do know that much happened in that order.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
So Clay was the first friend.
Right. And Kat moved away.
That was her neighbor. That's how they became friends.
Right.
Right. And she moved away. So
Right.
then here came Clay and he stepped in. All
He
right.
didn't
So
step
then,
in
And yeah, and there was talk about Clay. Like Clay, what kind of guy? He's not out there. He's for the
Yeah.
most part he's
I mean, they
low
were
key kid.
coworkers.
Coworkers. He was just honestly, that's offending when he was a nerdy kid. He just kept himself.
Yeah.
Did his school.
He liked what he liked. He did his schoolwork. You know.
Yeah, he did his
Straight
own
A
thing.
student for the most part. Got a little side job at the theater, just you know.
All right, but so here's the thing. Like, she told her neighbor through FaceTime, was it FaceTime, that she liked Justin.
Yeah.
Which was Justin was going out with Kat back in the day.
Right. And she was
Right.
like, you know what? Go for it.
Even
No,
though
it's funny because once we get to the end of the series, I forgot that was who that was.
Oh, when she was
Testifying.
yeah, right. Okay. So whatever. She hangs out with Justin because he just seems like this great guy, blah, blah, blah. Come on, he's a jock. You already know the normal story that goes with jocks.
Right.
But whatever. She goes out of her way to go meet him at some fucking
At the
park.
park.
God, okay, whatever. He takes some picture of her.
Right.
She's not
Like an
even-
upskirt.
But
Wait,
yeah.
he even she doesn't she even she warned him saying like don't what are you doing like why are you taking a picture like
Did
before
she?
I think I remember hearing like
But
something-
it's
Or was
like-
she just like,
it was just like going with the fucking flow.
But like the thing is, okay, she wasn't even fully naked. It's kind of just an upskirt picture.
right.
But
Like
I
Granny
can
panties.
I can see where anyone would be hurt about this. You know what I mean?
You could see or you couldn't.
I could see because
Yeah.
as a girl, I mean that's personal. You know, you don't want somebody to be posting pictures of you like that.
Yeah,
Even if it's not like you're naked or whatever. But the thing is, she wasn't fully naked, so I feel like that's something that could have blown off fast. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's kind of like a little embarrassing moment, but it's
Yeah.
not meant to like ruin your
See,
reputation. Right?
Exactly. So, I mean, yes.
And I'm not saying this me because I would think so. I mean, this is coming from
But
a lady,
yeah,
you.
you're fucking what, 16? Your life is not over. Like, continue your fucking school year, move on. People have other things to be interested in. You know what I mean? So then is when she becomes friends with Jessica and Alex, right?
Right.
stand.
And
up.
then
They're both new.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, all three of them are new.
Right. And then freaking Alex and Jessica start dating. And then this list comes out, right? About who has the best
The list is the
ass or
second thing.
who has the best or who has the best lips, who has the best eyes, blah blah blah. And what did she get? She got like the
Did
best
that
ass.
happen in school with you guys?
Huh?
Yeah, of course it
Oh,
did.
did it?
that has happened before.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that ever happening.
Or
when I
people
was a
like
kid.
writing on the wall for sure. Like
I also did
These
not
are
see any
things
wall
that
writings.
happen. Okay, and so what went through my mind instantly when I saw this, that people were passing around this note, these kids were laughing. And they were laughing specifically at Hannah. For fucking what? Because she had a fat ass?
Oh, she
Like,
has
it's-
the best
and it's not
ass.
like and it's not like she was like.
No, they were just giggling and having fun with it. Like,
Like like.
But okay, so you're having fun with it. Hannah thinks she's getting teased. She's not getting teased. Girl, if you have a fat ass, flaunt it. Like, it's not a big thing.
yeah, but what if she didn't want that attention? Like, she just wanted to be low key and just
But
do her
it,
thing.
all right, well, it's gonna blow off. You know what I mean?
But it
like,
didn't.
it would have if she didn't make it such a big deal.
She didn't make it. Who did she make it a big deal to?
Was she not being so dramatic with like Jessica and Alex? Or Jessica actually made it an even bigger deal.
She did,
Because she
yeah.
thought that Hannah slept with Alex.
Right.
All right, if you think your friend like considers you being shady, why would you even want to be friends with somebody like that?
They'd stop being friends at that point.
Okay, but Hannah still wanted Jessica to be her friend. You know what I mean?
Right. Hannah was like trying to be
Like,
like let's talk.
she
about
was
this.
trying
Like,
to
this
prove
isn't a
herself
thing.
that
Yeah.
she didn't do anything wrong. Okay, but if your supposed called friend doesn't want to listen to you, fuck her. Like,
Fucking
fuck
slap.
Alex and fuck Jessica. Like, move on. You're in a fucking high school. Like, you're gonna meet plenty of people.
Lenny. Like
So
literally.
move on, right?
Hold on.
Wait,
Okay, wait. Hold
That's
on.
that's the first
Before
situation.
we move on with the linear going through episode to episode, did anybody ever kill themselves while you guys were in high school?
That committed suicide? Hmm.
Yes.
You
Yes,
know.
in my high school, yes,
Yes.
and then
Yes, you
and-
too.
But not in my high school.
and not in my high school as well.
Well,
there
I'm
were
talking about like
people-
in your high school.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody you knew.
Okay, no.
I'm not
no.
gonna mention their names. I'm sure.
I remember there was a couple kids in different high schools that
Yeah.
they committed suicide. Like I don't know his name, but I know he shot himself like in a closet or something.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. I'm not gonna
Same
mention his
one.
name.
Yeah.
I'm
How
not
about
gonna.
the school?
Where was it at?
Yeah.
It was.
Was it Sparks?
Yeah, it was Sparks. Yeah, and I'm not gonna say anything more from
Yeah,
there.
I don't know his name or anything like that.
He
But I
knows his name.
I know, and I'd rather
Yeah.
not say. I just
and
don't
he
want to
was.
say.
I didn't
That's
know him,
fine.
but a lot of people knew him. And
Yeah.
I mean,
It seemed like a
people
lot.
you knew him at
No,
your
no,
school?
honestly,
Yes.
no. It was so crazy because I feel like literally a lot of people from like different schools, even my school, which is like a low key school,
right?
knew about him. I'm like, holy cow! Like you knew about him,
Yeah.
and let's just say he was like more really into sports,
Mm-hmm.
and people who were like athletes too like, knew him, happened to know him or play on the same team.
And you don't think maybe he didn't get picked on?
I don't know. Is it?
To let him
I can't
kill
say.
himself?
I can't say. Like I really can't. I didn't know him. I didn't really question it either.
I mean,
like if you're going through some shit, man, fuck. Some people
sometimes
are.
it's hard though.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's like easy to like, just put on a mask and just go about your day.
Sometimes you don't know.
But sometimes
who
can
is
just
there.
fucking people can
Sometimes
break,
you don't know-
man.
Yeah, exactly, Ashley.
Some people
Sometimes
can.
people can break.
Right. Okay, but I mean, I don't
And
know
honestly-
the reasons why.
Everyone's got different breaking points.
All
There's
right.
13 reasons.
But here's the thing, like these weren't big enough reasons until the end, yeah, but she kind of started causing these problems for herself. And this is why I can't feel bad for
Okay, so
this
number
show.
one, the upskirt one, you think is like nothing.
That could have been blown off easy peasy lemon squeezy.
All right, and then the list you think is nothing also.
Everyone does that in high school.
All right, what's the
Get over
next
it.
one?
And honestly, once I look back to it, Hannah, I really feel like she really. I didn't think she'd make a big deal out of it because she was like whatever. I think she cared more about the relationship with Jessica. Like you said, I think Jessica reacted to it more
right.
than anyone did.
Yes.
When he even didn't mention Jessica.
Right.
But I think that's why she got upset because
And then Alex did the same thing. Didn't Alex just let it happen?
he was just like
He was like, okay,
He was
I
in the
want
And
And
if
he
you notice
wanted
too,
Jessica
yeah.
to think that they slept together because Jessica wasn't letting Alex sleep with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he was fucking pissed about it. Like,
he was like sexually frustrated.
yeah, every
Right, like a teenager.
Like a
Like a
teenager
teenager,
would.
exactly.
About to do.
right. Okay, so technically, Alex did ruin the friendship between Jessica and
Hannah.
Well, that's
And
the
Hannah.
whole thing. Is the list is the thing that fucking set it off.
right,
And
but
in the book, they don't say it in the show, I don't think, but in the book, she's like, looking back, everything that happens from this point on is because of this list.
No, because
and the picture.
no, they did mention in the
Picture.
for Alex's tape, they said
She says
the
that.
butterfly effect.
Right. They talk about the butterfly effect. a
They
lot.
say how Alex affected this shit. Like, how did she explain the butterfly effect?
Well, the butterfly-
if,
the
if
butterfly
he flaps,
flaps
if
its
it
wings
flaps its
and then
wings
it
at the
causes-
perfect time, then it should like make a like, what is it, a hurricane or?
Yeah. Tsunami, hurricane causes a certain motion of events to take place from that point forward.
Right, and she was referring to Alex, like she's saying like, because of the list is where it's like kind of like started it off.
Right. So what happened after the list?
This is when she became friends with that Asian girl,
Courtney,
Courtney. Fuck that bitch.
Is that the
Just
right?
saying.
Is
Wait.
that the right next thing?
is it? Oh, fuck, I don't even remember. I have to look back on this.
Whoever wants to bring up the
The next event here.
No, because don't you remember? It has to have been Tyler down before Courtney because
Tyler, I think, is 5.
No, Tyler ties in with Courtney.
Yeah,
Right.
But
So
Tyler
that
is
one's
before
5.
Tyler's before Courtney for sure because Courtney
He was hella stalking her.
Right. That was 5. So what was 4? So if it was the picture, the list. So what was 3?
That's
Alex,
Right.
Jessica, Alex, and then
No. So 2 was Alex. Then 3
two
would be
is Jessica.
In the book, it's Alex, and then it's Jessica. But either way, they're right there. And then 4 is.
Fuck, who's four?
Isn't it Tyler and Courtney?
Is it 4 and 5?
And 6 and 7 would be. Oh no! And then there's the Asian guy. What's his name?
Zach.
There's
Zach
Zach
Dempsey,
and then
but
Bryce.
it's later on though.
No, but before Zach is the smart kid that hung out with the jocks, the black kid.
Marcus.
Oh my God! Fuck
That
him.
was before Zach as well because
That was
remember
before Zach.
because they
Yeah,
went
no,
on a
that's what I'm
date
saying,
at the
is that was
diner.
before
Yeah,
Zach, right.
yeah. Because they went to the diner.
So
and then-
before Zach was
must have been Courtney.
Courtney. Before
was
Courtney
Courtney.
was Tyler. Before Tyler,
Was it Alex?
Is that, are we just adding an extra thing in there?
No, I honestly, I can't remember. I watched this, like, right when it came out.
Right, and then I watched it right after he watched it, and then I moved on to something else.
Oh man, I'll check right now. Anyways.
Okay, so let's say that Tyler's the next one.
Yes, let's say Tyler's the next one.
That one's like...
That was pretty creepy, man.
That was pretty creepy.
Honestly,
Come on,
like
he
it's
liked her,
worse than
right?
the book. Out of everything between the show and the book,
Also,
everything's basically worse except for that in the book.
All right.
It's worse in the book.
Did
'Cause
he
he's-
like her though? Didn't he have some sort of crush on her?
well,
And-
if you notice,
They don't
if
say
you
because
notice,
you never get to talk to the people. Like, you don't hear from the people in the book. All you hear is her side of things. But in the book, when they catch him, he's got his dick out and he's masturbating. But that's not in the show.
that's fucking.
Oh,
weird.
damn.
See what I mean? That's fucking weird.
Tyler fucking up. All right. Okay. So this
But
is not.
in the show, they put Clay jerking off to the picture.
They
that he
did.
took.
They
Which is so
did.
strange.
I
That was
know.
so
That one was
weird.
so fucking. I do honestly, I caught myself laughing like,
I was like,
Clay. Jesus, Clay.
Just Google.
oh,
it.
he's listening.
Thanks, Luis Hernando. Alejandro is totally on it right now.
Yeah, we're
We're on it.
bringing it up.
All right.
Yes, Rando.
But okay, this is typically not something you see in your high school life. I don't know if you've ever seen
It's
it,
like
Alejandro.
a peeping Tom.
That's somebody from the
Your
the
book.
photography class or whatever is
Yeah, the
stalking you,
photography
taking pictures of you.
Do you
I've never
know-
seen
do
that.
You know, what about just straight stalking?
Honestly, well, think about it.
Straight stalking might be a thing.
Yeah,
but
that's definitely should be a thing because I mean,
I mean,
Well,
it
there's
happens.
Facebook.
There's
Two
Facebook,
things and put it
Instagram, right?
together. Like, oh, this kid's in the photography class. He's got the camera to do it. So let's make him the stalker.
it makes sense, and you know.
But even nowadays, you could just have your phone and you could be taking pictures of someone.
You can be, but I've never seen something like that within my high school years. I don't know
Well,
how.
I never
What
knew
about that
anyone.
first thing where he took a picture of her and then everyone sent it to people? Did that ever happen?
I could see it happen.
Like, look, I didn't have a cell phone when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, this happened
Right.
to you.
This happened to me.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is where I say, like, as a girl, I can understand why.
So out of 13 things, Ashley, so one thing happened to you.
Yes.
So, like, who's to say that if those other 12 things didn't happen to you, that you might
I mean,
have
but this
been
is the
broken down?
this is the thing. Like, I never had, or I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if I can say anybody ever stalked me. That's not a thing. To be
Well,
on.
who knows? Who really?
For
You
me,
don't have to
but,
say
like-
anything you're not
But
comfortable
for me,
saying.
right.
Okay.
What else is there? I never got raped or anything like that.
Thankfully,
you know?
but there are
Thankfully,
chicks
right.
that do get raped.
Of course.
In high
Right.
school, out of high school,
Unfortunately,
But
at
this is-
home.
Right. This is more deep into what we're about to get to.
Right.
Okay. Let's just talk smaller things that happened to her.
Okay, well, you got the list here.
Standing.
Yeah, it had to been Tyler down.
So Tyler was next, and after that was
Courtney.
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 And what she did, now in the
She's fake as fuck.
book, it's different. In the
Mm-hmm.
book, they don't make out or anything like that.
Okay.
All they do is like, oh, I'm gonna give you a massage, until they hear some snapping outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then what she does is, the point in the book is that she tries to take attention away from that situation. I don't know. It's really weird that whole one. That's probably the weakest link out of the whole set of things.
Right.
Because it doesn't really make sense. Like, I didn't really get it, but the point is that she's trying to take attention away from her and Hannah.
Mm-hmm. But I don't
Like,
see
I
why
honestly- I
Courtney
didn't-
would even be a reason why. Courtney really wasn't a reason why. She never made it a big deal. Like, making a big deal that
in the
she
book,
was going to be
became a
outed.
fake,
Yeah.
She became a fake friend, and used Hannah to take her to a party and kind of like, I don't know, but at that
Didn't they
point,
go to like prom or something?
no, they just went
They went to like a homecoming.
Well, yeah,
like a
'cause-
Winterfest.
because
In the show it was.
Courtney and like
Her two
the
other
dance
friends.
club. Was it the dance club or whatever the fuck?
No. It was
No,
a fucking
it was
gym.
like the Winterfest.
No. Well, like Courtney and her friends were part of some fucking club. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was they were part of the dance club, whatever. I don't know, but they were hosting the winter ball,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and then they saw Courtney pass by, and then Courtney saw Hannah pass by, They talked to her like, hey, like, are you gonna go? I even remember then they were kind
But,
of teasing her about
yeah,
it too.
fucking Hannah even got a new car for this shit.
Right.
God
so
damn
Courtney's
it.
part of this is like someone she thinks is a good friend after everything that's happened turns out to really just be a fake friend that's using her.
Right.
And
Oh,
then
yeah, and
somebody
that's the thing, too.
Somebody talks to her.
That's the thing. Yeah. Before we get into that, during class, people saw the picture but didn't even know who it was.
Right, didn't know who it was.
They didn't know who it was. They thought it was like some other chick.
And she was making a big deal out of it because
Yeah, exactly. Courtney came.
Because
came to
Courtney
fucking Hannah
is
crying.
bi-curious.
Yeah.
she didn't want to be outed. Her parents are gay. She's gay.
Right,
Or
and
bi.
they even talked about it in the show, like, Courtney, you should be cool with this. No one's going to judge you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone's
who you
judging
judge?
Your
Hannah the
parents are
entire
gay.
show.
Yeah, that gay white kid was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, your parents are gay.
Yeah,
like, who cares?" So it's true. Like, Courtney suck a dick or a pussy.
What the fuck?
Courtney was a pretty terrible person in the show.
Yeah.
Amongst
Okay,
a lot
but
of
here's the
terrible
thing.
people.
Here's another situation that you see every day in high school. Tons of gay kids, whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's being a lot more accepted.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally see
it's
it.
It's not
It's something
such a
peop-
big deal anymore.
Yeah, people are like. I feel like people are more open about it.
Right. So, should Courtney have been so shy about it? I don't know. I guess that's up to everyone who wants to, like, put their sexuality
Okay,
out
well,
there.
now here's the thing, too. Like, she is, like, probably valedictorian when they
Right.
graduate.
Okay, so I think her
So she
thing
didn't
was.
want anything to reflect negatively on her before she gets to the finishing line.
And would you think probably that's the reason why she always like kept close to Marcus, just so like so it could be like a cover up, so people could probably just think like, hey, like.
Mhm.
But when people would ask people, like,
Well, no, that's the thing. Like, I remember in high school, like, the smart kids tended to hang out together.
Right.
Like,
Usually,
not
yeah.
even necessarily, like, outside, and, like, everyone had their own groups.
Mm-hmm.
But they all were, like, in AP together, you know, and things like that. So,
Uh-huh.
you would see them just by default or process elimination at, like because you saw them together at the college event or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because those were just
Things-
that's where they gravitate towards. That's
Right.
why you kind of see them in the same circles because, you know, birds of a feather flock together.
Right.
But, I mean, they went, like, Marcus was, like, the smart kid hanging out with the jocks and shit. And she had her little fucking, like, hee friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
So
Huh.
that's Courtney's thing. I mean, I don't
And then
really see
she-
why. I guess you said Hannah's big thing was Courtney's a fake friend.
Right.
Whatever.
Right,
It was-
and then forwarding to all the way
When
to
she
the-
was all starting to get broken down, and then Courtney was
Broken
there.
down.
She was
by what?
She was starting to get broken down by these things that were affecting her life. At that point,
Okay.
like there's a few things that happened, and it sucks.
Okay, but I feel like when you're in high school, these things are bound to happen. You're not gonna have your same friends that you had from freshman year.
yeah, absolutely.
That's not a fucking thing. It's not. You're gonna lose countless of friends. So get the fuck up, worry on your fucking studies, and move the fuck on. Because by the time you're senior, you're only gonna have like 2-3 friends.
Honestly.
2-3 real friends.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's my thing. Like, this stupid show does not relate to like real events. Like,
Hold on,
I don't know.
hold on.
But the thing is, she wasn't even like a dispopular girl. She wasn't ugly to begin with. Like, it's not. She thought people were just teasing her, and I don't see why they would. Just because she has a nice butt, they're not gonna be fucking like teasing you. It's not something. I mean, I don't know how girls take that nowadays, but most these days, like, girls are like, damn,
From what
yeah,
she's
I have a
seen-
nice ass.
Yeah,
Like,
from what you've seen.
Yeah, but like they kind of make a point in the show where the one chick with the nice lips, I think Ashley is mad.
yes, Luis Fernando. I mean, it just gets worse from here because I hate when people try to
No, it starts building.
justify this show.
But no, like the one chick with like the best lips or whatever, right? And she was like, "Oh hell
fuck,
yeah!"
Does that mean that she
But,
gives?
but no, but hold on, hey
Yeah.
But then like Clay's talking to Tony. He's like, "Wasn't your cousin the one that was on that list? You know, whatever happened to her?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." Like they were trying to say, even though she thought it was cool, it still ended up affecting that chick. I think that's what they were trying to say at that point. And Ashley, once again, like, you've got a school full of fucking people, right? And all of these things happen to some of us, you know, a couple of them maybe, and the point they're trying to say is that this one case, all of this shit got piled onto this one girl, and
Okay.
it led to her killing herself. And
Right.
I know the big thing is like she had outlets, but the point of the show is trying to be like,
Well, it's a bullshit point of a show because
is
she
that
had
we need
an
to not look
outlet.
the other way, and that sometimes there are kids out there that do need a shoulder to cry on or whatever.
And she had plenty.
And she didn't use any of them.
Exactly. That's my.
But look,
that's
she
my
went to
issue.
that fucking cocksucker at the end.
All right. Okay. Wait.
Okay, we're jumping the gun here.
Right.
So
Let's continue to the next.
Right after Courtney, she
Wait, hold on. We didn't even mention the ball. Because they were still at the ball and they were cool. Low key still. Because remember, they went in Hannah's new car.
right.
Like, these bitches jumped in, like, acting like they were the shit, whatever. And, everything was cool. And that's where, Clay and Hannah started building on something.
Right. They started,
Especially Clay, you know, Clay.
Right, because
Clay, they
That-
danced to that one
Boy.
song. And it was crazy because before even that scene went on, he made it seem like this is how it went, but it was something completely different.
The
Right.
episode had like
You know how he tried to be
open
slick about
where
it?
he was like fucking James Bond or some shit.
Yeah, and he tried to be slick, but you know it didn't happen. Although he did it do
When we come
it
back
in
to
his
later,
way,
yeah,
where it's
he's
like, you know,
nerdy
more
and
nerdy
geeky.
and like more dorky, but still, you know, it was something meaningful towards Clay
What
and
happened
Hannah.
again?
And then from there, while they're dancing, having their moment, that the song's playing because Tony's the fucking DJ.
Someone was like nice ass and she got upset. Or
No, because someone told fucking what's that guy's name, Montgomery, one of the jocks, and came up to Hannah. Came up to Courtney saying like, hey, like what's dance, whatever. And they're dancing like, so I know who's in that picture. I forgot what the fuck said. Who's in that picture? Like, I forgot like who told them, but
No, it was that one dickhead guy. That guy? Nothing happened to that guy. He wasn't one of the reasons, but he was always picking on.
Yeah, Montgomery.
Is it Montgomery?
Yeah, he's the.
He got
Oh,
his
I know
ass-
who you're
he got
talking
his
about.
ass beat by
No, I know who you're talking
Alex.
about. No,
they're
yeah,
fighting.
yeah.
No. But the thing is, I wonder who told them who's actually in the pictures. Was it Tyler, perhaps?
You don't think that maybe there was?
It was
out
probably
there that
Tyler.
Thought like, oh, this is. There's no fucking way because he was always picking on that kid. He pantsed him and threw him up against the locker.
Because he was there
You don't
too.
think that maybe that just like, oh, that looks exactly like so and so.
But come on, the only people that really knew who was in that picture was Tyler, Hannah, and Courtney.
Yes.
So it could have been Tyler that went out and told Montgomery, even though, because remember Tyler just tried to fit in.
I don't
he
think
wanted-
Tyler told anybody.
Well, up to this point, we don't know who the fuck told.
Regardless, though,
Montgomery.
Montgomery knew, and he came up to Courtney.
I don't think he knew. I think he just knew because he thought that's who it looked like.
Yeah,
Because that is who it looks like.
it did look like
Yeah,
that.
well,
There was kind of no hiding it to me, but I mean, we obviously know.
Right.
yeah, and then Courtney denied it, saying like, "Nah, that wasn't me." Hannah was with fucking who was it? Probably that chick that was like in class. Don't you remember when she was in class and said, "Oh, is that chick with short hair?"
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I fucking did it."
all the
Well,
random.
and I still
fucking
get more
kids
bitches than you and shit.
Fucking laughing and pointing.
Yeah, but pretty much what Courtney did, she threw Hannah under the bus.
Yeah, she threw Hannah under the bus.
That's
Exactly. That was
point
the fake friend
point
thing.
being. If anybody wants to like get to the point, that's what happened that night. Courtney threw Hannah under the bus.
Yep. And then Jessica was on some sort of fucking drugs or alcohol.
She became an
Right.
And
alcoholic.
took-
When
and
did
took-
she became an alcoholic after fucking?
Because Justin was a fucking asshole.
yes, Justin
Yep.
was a piece of shit.
But I mean,
I mean, like honestly, I know we can get more into this later on. You can't really blame Justin.
Whoa.
Not right now. Hold on.
right. Up to this point, God damn it, Jessica.
Honestly,
You fucking
Justin at
bitch.
the beginning, like he was showing his friends, and he seemed kind of regretful when fucking Bryce took the phone from him.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
See,
why-
Justin.
But Justin's a pussy, and he didn't do anything.
That's why
about
he
it.
is. That's the thing. He tried to be cool, but at the same time, you know, like you know how it is back home with him,
Right.
with
He's
the
got-
mom and the mom's boyfriend. He's
Yeah.
a fucking asshole. That guy.
Right. And Justin explained to. Who did he explain it to?
Clay.
To was it Clay or Jessica?
About.
Why he never stood up to Bryce because Bryce bought
Oh
him
yeah, to
everything.
Jessica. Yeah.
Jessica.
He said, I can never do that to Bryce because Bryce has always been there
He's
for me,
always
and
been
his
there for him.
parents did everything for him. You know, they provided him with things
And
that
that's the teenager thing. Is
Justin's-
teenagers don't understand. If this were an adult situation,
You'd be like, fuck
he might
that.
have done something.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, of course.
You're in a fucking adult. Like,
But you're still
You could see
growing
that-
and
no,
building
no, yeah.
on who you are as a
Right.
person.
right now,
your
in a
teens.
point in our lives, we can see all the mistakes you have
Absolutely.
coming across with
It's like
people.
you
with
look
people,
back,
you're like, what the fuck? No, you know,
you're
right
like,
now
I would
it's
never have done that today.
Yeah.
absolute hell no, dude. You know, are you fucking kidding me? No,
like
no, no.
now, like if I knew that one of my friends raped someone, of course I'd be like, "You're fucking rapist. I'm taking you to
And
jail."
you don't fucking justify that shit.
I mean, and
Courtney.
as a kid, I can see why you would be like, "Holy shit!" Like my friend did this. Like
Bitch.
I'm gonna be a real one, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, you're right. As you get older,
As you get older,
You're
get
more wiser.
more confidence.
right? Mm-hmm.
You're just smarter, too.
Right.
Yeah.
You just fucking learn from your mistake. As simple as that. You know.
All right. Aside from this, from the ball,
She talks to somebody in the book. She talks to somebody.
like a therapist
No, she's leaving. She's
should.
fucking dipping out of there.
out of the city.
No, out of the party. In the book, it's
Okay.
a party. In the show, it's the Winterfest or whatever.
Okay.
Mhm.
And someone like hits on her when she's leaving. Does that happen? She goes to the car.
No,
And
she
just
just
leaves?
texts. She takes Jessica home.
Yeah, that's right.
She takes Jessica
yeah, because
home.
Jessica's like fucking smashed.
Yeah.
Just gets drunk.
Yeah. And so
And then
that's
something-
what happened. You know what? To be honest, I can't remember.
Do you remember what happened?
I feel like we should have binge watched this.
Should have just fucking did a
As
recap.
we
Put it
talk
on
about
fast
this.
forward.
Right.
Literally.
So
No,
whatever though.
Doesn't Jessica? I don't remember what Jessica does.
I mean, Jessica
Who's
still
next
doesn't
on the
want to be
list?
friends with her.
So,
I mean, Jessica definitely appreciated what Hannah did, but
Marcus.
From
Marcus.
there.
Okay, so moving on to Marcus then.
okay.
I think Marcus is who she talks to at the party. She gives Jessica a ride home. Yeah, no, we know that. We know
just
that. Yeah, we
discussed
just
this.
said that.
Luis Fernando, I
Well, he's
really
gotta be-
wish
he's gotta be
you
on, like, a
were
couple
here.
second delay.
I really wish you were here right now and
Because
you could have
this
been
is
podcasting
live.
with us.
No, I know. I'm aware.
So,
Okay.
You see, we're about 5 seconds.
What
delay.
is on this live feed
It
though?
looks like a chiropractor.
Like
Looks like- yeah,
That's comfortable, man. You ain't fucking know, homie.
No.
Matthew,
I
you
cracked
could have
my head.
at least put like some fucking ocean views or something.
Yeah, so
I
just.
did ocean views last time.
Yeah, you did.
This is supposed to be
You
satisfying.
put 2 hours. This is not even satisfying.
Oddly satisfying.
All right, who's next? Marcus
Marcus.
tries. Oh, Valentine's.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
the
when-
dollar Valentine's.
The dollar
Right.
Sherry.
Did
Sherry,
you guys have something like that in high school?
We did.
I didn't.
We did have something like that.
I only had
Where
like
did you go?
Valentine fucking Coral Academy of Science.
For 4 years?
I've been there since middle school. It was middle school
You're still
and
there.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
went.
still there, yeah.
Yeah, I went to
You went to
Spanish
Spanish
Springs
Springs.
for 4 years.
Right, and I went to Hugging and Fellas.
And so yes, we
Like
did
fucking
have.
13, 15 years ago almost.
So yes, we did have those dollar Valentine things, which are fucking stupid, but
Did they? So you did it.
I remember
was
doing
it the
yes.
same concept?
Yeah,
Really?
right. And so you pay for $1 and like they put your name in this algorithm and they supposedly match you up with 5 people
Get a
that are
better
supposed to
service
be like
provider.
your
Your ideal
soulmate
date?
or whatever. So yeah.
And
Did I act upon it? No, I didn't.
So you didn't see who they hooked you
Did
up
you-
with?
No, they give you the list of names that you got, but I never went out of my way to go
Did you
say,
know
hey.
those people?
I knew a couple, yeah.
You're like,
And
what
do
the
you think
fuck?
now?
Yeah.
Were you?
What do I think now?
Yeah. Like, looking at
no,
that list,
like,
you're like,
I would no, I wouldn't probably give that a
do
chance.
you work with anybody that you went to school with?
No,
No.
no. Yes,
You went to Spanish
yes, I do. Nicholas,
Oh,
Nicholas, and I went to school with Alex
Garcia.
Garcia.
Okay.
And
I thought that guy was older.
Please.
I can't remember.
Okay.
When you think
But
about
he's a
it, you
Spanish
don't really
Springs
know.
Kid. Nick, who's a Spanish Springs kid?
Yeah.
The BRC.
Yes.
There's a few people that went to
There's a
Spanish Springs.
lot of North Valley people. Not
Yeah.
as many as there used to be.
Ooh, yeah,
yeah.
lots of North Valley kids. I'm just like, whoa.
Well, I mean, it's right there.
Right,
Yeah, and where's Jason?
And Spanish Springs is the
It's
next
like
one,
right
right
there.
there.
right.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay, so
Does that
Dollar
matter?
Valentine's. No.
Does that matter or no?
No, I was just we're
Just
talking
wondering.
here. We're podcasting.
All
This
right.
is part of the process.
so.
So the Dollar
um,
Valentine's, Marcus.
Ends up being one of the
No, Hannah is on Marcus's list, right? And so is Marcus on
yeah,
Hannah's.
wait.
No, Marcus is not on her list.
No. Hannah's on
Marcus's list.
Yes.
Okay, so I had that one
Yeah.
side wrong.
Right, and I don't think they don't.
Hannah,
go
who does
into-
Hannah like?
It doesn't go into who she got,
Yeah, she didn't really care.
but
Yeah, she just wanted to like to say
the
fuck it.
cheerleader chick.
Sherry.
Sherry tried to like tell her like,
She's
oh,
like,
hey.
oh yeah, let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
let's hook you up with number one on your list. But then Marcus calls her
Yeah.
because her name popped up on his.
Yeah, and he was like, hey, you want to go on a date, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Right.
And she was like,
I don't really understand
I don't know.
what like why he did it. They don't go into it, but the point of his story is that
No,
oh no,
does
he did
explain.
it because, he did it because he thought she was easy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Because
why he
of
did.
the
Yeah.
list, the best ass list,
Right.
the picture she took.
all right, there's something that I really want to get into here, though.
Oh yeah, go. I was just gonna say, remember, Justin told everyone that he slept with Courtney.
Did he?
With Courtney with Hannah.
Did he?
Yeah. Everyone said that he got a piece of that.
Okay.
Maybe, yes.
No, he did say that.
So, and Bryce is an older,
Bryce is a senior.
right, okay, and she
she's a
was,
junior.
okay, or sophomore.
No, she's a junior.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, sophomore, dude.
Yeah, I think she's a sophomore.
Yeah, because when she becomes a junior, it's just like new year, new me. She cuts her hair.
Right, but she's a junior by the end of the show.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
No, but right, the situation that I'm about to talk about is when she's a sophomore.
Okay, the Valentine's Day thing is a sophomore situation.
No. There's something specific
Okay, go on.
that really, really, I felt like this should have set her off right then and then. So she was talking about how she loved to go into this drugstore, liquor store, whatever,
Right.
to get candy.
That's right. We skipped over this part.
This
Oh,
is something
fuck.
that I really wanted to get into. So she gets
She
her favorite
goes
candy or
into-
whatever.
Yeah.
The candies
Bryce
that-
is there buying alcohol because he looks older than what he is. Whatever, and they never asked him for his ID.
No, I think what it is that he gives them like an extra $20 for on top of whatever he pays for.
Because he's a fucking rich kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So he buys his liquor
I thought it
and
was
then he
'cause-
gives them some money.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because he looked a little older. But
It doesn't look old enough to be fucking. Because if you ever go into a liquor store,
Just
or
don't
anything,
ask him.
it says
Yeah.
if you don't look 40 years old.
I mean, this is a show,
Right.
so
But in the show, it looks like he just gives them money.
okay. But aside from that, he literally just goes up to Hannah and grabs her ass, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's true what they say.
You
You
do
know,
have a
you have a
nice
nice ass for a sophomore, you know." And she didn't fucking say a word. I would have been
To who?
to
To-
Bryce.
yeah, the
I would have
fuck
been
you, man.
livid. I would have
Oh.
slapped him. I would have went like I would have told the freaking guy that's selling me a candy bar like, "Hey, this nigga just touched my ass." If you're that uncomfortable with it. She literally just shut the fuck up, walked out of that store crying.
Well, she was shocked. She didn't know what to do.
She explained it too.
Not
though.
everyone knows what to do. In hindsight, which is, they say hindsight's 20/20.
But nowadays, if you are not comfortable, if a girl is not comfortable with where a guy is placing his hands on her body, she knows to speak the fuck up. At this
should.
point,
She
at
should.
this
She
point,
should, yeah.
at this
there's
point,
no
she's
one
not.
around.
I understand. Look,
There's no one there
understand,
around. There's an adult right in front of you. That happened literally right in front of the guy,
Right. The old guy, Wally.
Wally.
Fuck Wally.
Did he even say anything? No, which was weird to me because
He didn't see, though.
he was right
He was
there.
right there, but he wasn't looking.
But
You can't really tell whether he saw it or not.
Right, that's the
It
thing.
doesn't
You
really
can't
say.
tell.
all right, but
He wasn't there like,
No,
hell
she
yeah.
should have said something, but she didn't.
or even if you go to like your friend and say, "Oh my God, like this is what happened to me," I would have went to Clay and I would have been like, "Clay, like you will not believe what just happened to me. Like this
Go
and
beat
this and
his
this."
ass.
Right? You when you have a friend like that, you will go and tell them like, "Oh my God, this happened."
And also too, you gotta realize, she laid all of.
The old guy's homies with Bryce.
Oh.
Fucking Bryce.
You gotta understand one thing too. Hannah laid all her problems on Clay. Literally, when Clay was like, didn't even expect it,
Right.
and it was
Which
hard for him
part?
to react. And like every scenario, every time she would get,
Oh yeah, and he always said the wrong thing.
I would say the wrong thing, but it was unintentional. You know, it was just
Right,
like
he was just trying.
Clay was just
a
someone.
teenager.
Yeah, exactly. He was overwhelmed. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say?
Yeah.
Like, it was just hard for him. And then like literally, and she would get mad at him for everything when like he's your friend and you're fucking crapping on him right now. Like, fuck, man.
Okay, but there was that situation where I was like, God damn it,
When
Hannah.
did that happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. I cannot remember for the life of me. But
After the
this
list.
happened This happened before Marcus, for sure. I
Yes.
remember that.
Before Marcus.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, this was something really specific to me where I noticed and I was like, Hannah, you dumb bitch. Like, go to your parents, say, fuck, somebody touched my ass, you know? Like,
But,
especially if you
and
feel
it's
uncomfortable
people like
with it.
Bryce, and that's the thing is there's people like Bryce
That deteriorate you.
who get away with shit like this because people don't say anything,
And he's a jock.
and there are plenty of people who get away with things because no one says anything,
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and so he thinks it's okay.
right.
Yeah, he's privileged. Remember, he's
Well, he
rich.
thinks everyone likes him. And
You
that's
think-
not the case, to be honest.
No, fuck that.
So there was that one situation that pissed me off right from the beginning.
That one got me pretty like fucking heated too. I'm not
All
gonna
right,
lie.
back to Marcus.
Marcus, who thinks she's easy.
He thinks he's easy. Like,
It's
hey,
the only reason why he called her up. He wasn't
Right.
even gonna go to. In the book, it's like this. In the show, it's just like he showed up late with his buddies. But in the book, it's just like, oh yeah, that's right. I did say I was gonna meet her here. Maybe I'll get something out of it. And he goes in, doesn't get anything out of it, gets pissed off and leaves.
no, yeah. Whereas in the show,
Like
he
thought
purposely,
was
he
just gonna get
purposely,
his dick
no,
wet.
exactly. He purposely. Remember, he said some shit like, oh, if she's still waiting here after an hour, it means like
Right.
she's
She
easy.
wants it.
She wants
Zach said that,
it. Yeah,
I think.
one of them said that.
Right.
and
But
then,
not to Marcus though. They're talking about it when they're sitting in the back of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, regardless. Like, that's what Marcus thought. Like, like if she's still there, that means she still wants it. Like,
Right.
whatever the fuck.
And
And
then,
then of course, yeah, they show up. Well, they show up, and then like the jocks are sitting in the back while like Hannah and Marcus are like having whatever the fuck they're having.
They're having their little
Milkshake.
conversation.
The milkshake.
And she's like, I don't want anything. And he's like,
she's
really,
like on the
Hannah?
fourth one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yes.
anyways, they're together, they're chilling, and then like there's a moment where Marcus puts his hand on her thigh. He's like, well, what the fuck you
Right,
doing?
Right.
See, like,
Mm-hmm.
see, that's just scenario too. Like
Like,
why
so
can't you
she
say it
said
then?
something there, and then
Exactly.
But she didn't say it to Bryce.
And especially when like all his homies are in the back too, like.
Yeah, and they're over here cheering him on, and then he gets shot down, and they're like, ha ha ha, like, what happened now? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you fucking pussy, you didn't get that shit.
Yeah, and
Well-
then everyone left. Definitely left. Like, and I think pretty sure insulted her and like, oh, I fucking slut.
Well, then Zach tried to hook up with her.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if his intentions were.
Well, actually, it wasn't necessarily hook up with her, but it's more like Zach.
Right, well,
approached her.
Light, in using the term loosely, trying to hook up with her because, like, he seemed like he was genuine for a second.
Is he not? He was
still-
was trying to be there for Hannah. I honestly thought Zach was a good guy. But at that point, Hannah was like, fuck, the jocks just want to sleep with me.
Right.
Or anyone just wants to sleep with me,
Right.
period. So yeah, I can see why she would turn him away.
Why she reacted the way she did.
Exactly.
But Zach was still there, like
But Zach was really trying to be there for her. And it honestly broke my heart for him. Like
I
I was
felt it
like
a little bit.
I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
think
damn
about it.
Zach, like fuck. Like it but it just really
But then he
sucks
turned
when
on a dime, completely 180'd
yeah, but
his reaction to
you
what
can
she-
see why, because when you're trying to be nice to someone, especially when they're going through such a rough time, like, and they just turn
They blow you off.
yeah, and they turn you away, like that sucks.
And it's like, well,
and
fuck
it's
you
gonna
too,
piss
then.
you exactly, and that's what he said. He's like, all right then, Hannah, fuck you too. And she was
Fuck
just
you,
like,
Hannah Baker.
and then she was like, fuck me? Like, what did I do? No, you knew exactly what you did.
Well, that's another point of the show is we don't know what's going on in other people's heads. We don't know what kind of day they had before that moment. I mean, obviously he saw what happened
Okay.
there, but not all the other shit that's going on with her.
Right, but that's where you got to take your chance on someone if they're being nice to you,
Like,
and
you
you
don't
see
ever look back on something and be like, that still affects me today.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
but to me, it's like, if you're in the situation already, you see someone being nice to you, why would you turn that sort of sense of comfort away? You know?
Well, because
It's-
she didn't know. Because he showed up with, like, all of those guys that she's dealt with up to that point have been fucking shitty.
But
to
I mean,
her.
he tried
Bryce
to really
and
explain
Justin
it.
and Marcus and Alex.
But he really tried to explain it to her, like, you know what, I'm not like that. I really just want to be your friend, blah, blah, blah. And I saw that. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
can see
Justin
I
that.
think,
was
honestly
genuine
though,
to her.
I just feel like still it's regardless though. It's like, you know, who can you trust? Like, you know, for all she knows, it's like, you know, this guy could just be being so fucking charming,
Well,
but
no,
at the same
and
time,
they make that point too in the book. I don't remember what they do in the show, but at the beginning when she first like gets a crush on Justin, he's with Zach. Hashtag we miss you, Hannah.
Hashtag stop. No.
Why does Ashley have to be so? What does it say? Rude.
Yeah. I'm not rude, but it's just my point of view.
Well, no, hold on,
That's
hold on.
just not like that.
I was in the middle of something. When Justin shows up, she gets a crush on Justin when they're out playing in the fucking sprinklers. She shows up with Zach, and they make this point like maybe if she would have seen Zach first instead of Justin, things could have been different.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And in
Oh,
that
yeah.
moment, you see that there might have been something for Zach and Hannah, but she'd already been scarred by a couple of other things by that point.
Okay.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, honestly, like, Zach's not really, doesn't really care about the, like, him and having to be popular and stuff.
Yeah.
Because,
He was just a good fucking basketball
yeah,
player.
he's a good basketball player, so he just happened to be a jock.
Right.
And people, look, you can clearly see, like, they use this fool. Honestly, they just use him because, you know, he has a nice Audi, you know, parents are rich as fuck.
Yeah. They really wanted him to be a part of that image of.
And then, honestly, he was just, like, more for him, it was more like, you know, how could he say no? But at
Yeah.
the same time, he
Because
wants out.
That's
because-
something that does happen in high school is your peer pressure, you know?
Absolutely.
He was totally trying to be his own person, but under the pressure, you're going to
Well,
fall
'cause he
into your
was the
category.
basketball guy, and like Bryce was not the basketball guy, so she could have
yeah.
avoided him if she was with Zach.
Yeah. But it's true, like you said, when up to that point, she had already had problems, but that was his first outlet. No, Clay is actually her first outlet. Zach would be
Yes, but see,
her second outlet.
But fucking Clay is obviously the guy that girls don't go with.
Yeah.
But she liked
Ashley.
him. But
Ashley.
she liked him
I'm
and
looking
she
at
admitted
you,
it.
Ashley.
She liked
Did you ever
him.
date any nerdy guys?
Well, I had the same boyfriend for such a long time.
Was he nerdy? He was a jock, wasn't he?
He was not. He was a soccer player, but he wasn't the school jock.
Oh!
He was
I don't know, I'm
probably
just
my
kidding.
jock. But I mean, did I ever date any nerdy guys?
So you only had one boyfriend through high school?
Yes. All my problems, high and low,
Same guy.
same guy. Up until
No.
Were there any nerdy
Last
guys
year.
that you thought were like potential?
pretty cute, or what? Yeah, of
Potential.
course. That's
I think
That's
nowadays.
cute.
Yeah, I think nowadays.
Nerdy's in.
when
Nerdy's. Yeah, absolutely.
when somebody's smart, like hell yeah. What the hell? You're gonna be making billions. You
See,
know
this
what I mean?
generation-
That's not true.
I'm just kidding, but still.
Yeah, that's
I-
what you're all about.
Is the moolah? No, so I mean, yeah, of course. Like there was some pretty smart kids, and like you
You're
talk
only
to
gonna
them,
get one side of that.
I know.
Okay.
I'm aware.
and
Go
you
ahead.
talk to them, and yeah, you'll probably develop a crush. But I never took it past that. I had my boyfriend, so
So you didn't need your nerdy guy.
I didn't. I was a nerd myself.
I don't know what that
So-
means.
Like I was just into school. I never went
happens.
out to movies or bowling with my friends, anything like that. I was at home.
Home in school. Home in
Doing-
school.
What about
my
like your
homework.
senior year?
Not even then.
Home in school.
I didn't.
I
Really
can
do
tell you
anything
now.
until
Homeschool and work.
I can tell
junior
you now,
year.
I never attended a high school event. And the only one I did was Senior Sunset, and that's the last one.
You did
That's
the
where it
other
ends.
one, senior sunrise.
I didn't even go to my senior assembly. Like
What the hell's a senior assembly?
the big assembly where they're like, oh, we're going to
Well,
say
they have
goodbye
those,
to the
like, once a
seniors
month.
and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
That's
we
not
have
what
something
prom
like that.
is.
I didn't go to
Homecoming?
You
prom.
didn't go to prom.
I didn't go to prom.
Oh,
I didn't go to
shit.
homecoming. I didn't go to anything. Like I was
Why did you not go to prom? That's like the event.
because my boyfriend was so lame and he didn't like dancing.
He didn't take.
And he was jealous, so it's not like he didn't want
He
to
was
let me go.
Hindsight's 2020, Ashley.
And he didn't let me go. But I mean, when you're a teenager and you're a kid, I mean,
He didn't have friends that wanted to go. Like you guys
his
didn't have a group.
all our friends went. Our friends
Just
did
the
go.
two of you didn't.
We didn't go. But I mean, he didn't like dancing, and that's
What do you
The
mean he
thing.
got jealous, regardless of you guys going together?
if he would have been like, "Oh, you're gonna go dance with some other guy," blah blah blah.
So
It's
what?
over. But see, like as a
I saw. I
as a
went
teenager,
to-
I mean, I was fucking in love. You know, I'm putting this in air quotations because that wasn't love.
Sure.
You know, you're in high school. It's
We're in
your
high
first
school.
love, but you know that's up to when I see it now. I'm like, that wasn't love. You know,
That didn't end that long ago, did it?
that ended about a year ago.
Okay.
Officially.
12 months.
A little past 12 months, like a
Okay.
year and a couple months.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I look back on it and I'm just like, holy shit, I wasted so many years of my life, so many,
But not
Good
really. I mean,
things-
some things.
but so
sure,
many good
you've
things
got
that I
like
could've gone
another
back.
60 years ahead of you.
right, but these
Yeah,
are
but I
things
mean,
that
yeah, you
in
can
high
never take
school.
back.
Think about
Yeah,
who
yeah,
you're
high
gonna be
school is like
banging when
one of
you're
the.
80.
Huh?
Yeah, you only
Just
go
think
through
about who
high
you're gonna
school
be banging
once
when
and
you're
you only
80.
go to prom once, and I missed all these things for somebody that in the end was not worth it.
Why don't you go hook up with some high school kid?
That's fucking
You
disgusting.
could go to prom again.
No, thank. I look young enough to do it.
I could find some guy for you because she's still.
No,
oh no,
thank
prom's
you.
already done with. She
Yeah,
already went.
I don't
Sorry.
want to go.
Why are you
No, thank
trying to like advertise this?
That's like some pedophile.
Yeah, it is.
Almost.
You don't have to bang him.
I don't want to
You
go
could
to
just go
prom
and
now.
dance and
For 2 hours.
What does leads you to?
Fucking Alejandro. But anyways,
She's like fucking getting all the kids drunk at the prom and shit.
I put some liquor
and she's
in
like
the
fucking
in
stone
the
cold
punch.
sober.
All right, but where are we
What
going
were
with
we
this?
on? We were talking about
Seriously,
prom,
but how did we
high
lead to
school
prom?
events. Oh, we were talking about Clay. We were talking about Zach and how she could have been with Clay, she could have been with Zach, but she was with Justin, and all that fucked her up. And we were talking about the nerdy guy. Like, she could have been with the nerdy guy, but she didn't because
Oh, right, okay.
chicks don't tend to be all about the nerdy guy. They tend to be all about, like, Flash.
Yeah, not necessarily like the most
I
popular.
didn't
think-
say 100% that's the case.
No,
I
Right.
just
absolutely
say
not. It's just like people who are like interested.
it's
in
that birds of a feather flock together kind of thing.
Right.
Is you see
When you're in high school, yeah,
those kind of chicks go with those kind of guys.
right. But Hannah didn't consider herself though that kind of chick. You know, she considered herself.
Well,
just,
she considered something.
She was
enough to-
studious.
Look,
She could.
studious.
She could have been with Clay. Clay
Well,
was
look, like
her flock of a feather.
birds of a feather flock together.
That was her thing.
Clay.
Yeah, that's who she was
That's
meant
who
to
she-
ride with.
But
the
she
whole
didn't.
thing.
She did not.
And that's where she messed up. Fucking Hannah. All right. I'm gonna continue to say that, but let's continue.
Okay, so Zach
So Zach,
Zach
starts taking all
her,
these.
her notes.
Yeah, starts taking because they have this. Skip that. Okay, they have this. What is
We
it?
don't want to do ads on
What
my
is this even-
podcast
what-
for-
I wish-
maybe we can get some money.
I honestly wish I would have had that fucking class in high school because that class was such a waste of time. But
That was like an English class.
It was a
Wasn't
communications class.
yeah, that.
Jeez.
Do you ever fucking see that? All you did was write compliments to each other, and you
No,
could have
no,
passed
that
the
was-
fucking class.
It was a communications class? Are you
Yeah,
sure it
what?
wasn't English?
It was.
It was a
No, it wasn't
community-
English.
Like poetry and shit?
It
No.
was a communication class.
You literally just write compliments to each other or whatever you're feeling. You talk about it in that class. That's it.
Oh, yeah, because they're like, let's
I was
talk
like,
about
God
suicide."
damn, I would.
know.
I wish I had that class. You know what I mean? All right, but
Been
at
like
the
shit today.
but at the end of the day, or at the end of that class, you would write compliments to each other,
No,
right?
they had bags so that you can anonymously send a
Listen.
note to someone.
Right,
Whether
a
it
nice
was
one.
While between periods or like when no one was looking.
Right.
It was just the option was there for you to
Right.
reach out to somebody anonymously.
Right,
Another
and
fellow student.
and-
And the teacher also had one as well.
and so many people were getting multiple notes, right? And Hannah would only get
Fucking
a little.
bears.
No. Hannah was getting shit, but
By Clay.
was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, the bears.
Clay was just drawing her bears.
Did they show him doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I had it on while I was doing some other shit.
Yeah, so and this is what gives her some sense of comfort. Like, oh,
That
somebody,
sucks.
like somebody's.
That fucking sucks.
What?
But to
sucks?
her, it was like,
I didn't know that. That makes it even worse.
But
She
to
loved
her-
those.
yeah, to her it was like, oh, someone's thinking about me. You know what I mean? At least somebody has me in their thoughts. And then here comes Zach, you fucking asshole. And he just takes away all her notes, and this just only brings her self-esteem
Someone took her notes.
down to the ground. Zach would steal her notes.
Yeah, you know
And she
that.
noticed.
That's
and,
why he's on the list.
Yeah, and so she noticed Zach taking the notes away. And she put in a, like...
I wasn't paying attention to that one too well. All I gotta say.
Yeah, she.
I did
She-
not know. I did not know he would steal the notes.
Okay, so she wrote a note to him.
To him.
And he read it, and this was like, what was she? Well, I forgot what she was talking about though.
She just said like I know it's you. I think something along those lines. I know it's you. And then he takes it.
And he saves it.
No, he throws it away, doesn't
No,
he?
he saves it.
He saves it. Hannah
No,
made
no.
it seem like he threw it away.
When he's listening, when Clay's listening
that's
to
right.
the tape and it's playing in his head, she says like he drops it because you see him dropping it.
yeah,
right?
he gets frustrated.
Because she's like, why?
Yeah. Oh, she says, "Why me?" And then this is where Zach's thing comes in, and Clay goes to his game or whatever, and then
Or
he
makes a fucking big deal
and
out of
he-
it on
and
his
yeah.
Audi, yeah, and he fucks up
and
his
he
Audi.
puts "Why her?" Because he knew about the
Oh, yeah,
he knew about the
fucking
note.
keys his car.
He knew
His
he knew about
fucking
the
Audi,
note.
man.
But I mean, it sucks that Zach had to do that to her. That was kind of
Zach
really.
could have been. I mean, we all know that Clay was obviously.
But
the
you know
one,
what
but
I
Zach
think?
could have been number 2.
I think that note was a way to let Zach know, like, you know what, I really need someone.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach was like, "Fuck that, I'm not."
Zach
gonna.
went a different way.
Yeah.
He had options, and the option he took was
After
the
so many
dick
times of
one,
trying-
the dick one.
Yeah,
Dick
after
move.
so many times of trying, I think he was just like, you know what, no, like I'm done, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks for Hannah. It sucks for Zach. But
Sucks for Clay.
it sucks for Clay.
Right from the beginning, it's like okay.
It sucks for everyone.
You notice too, you know how he gets hurt when he's riding the bike? You know, they made it so
Ashley Diana
No.
Cortez tagged you on
Oh.
Facebook.
Damn, what a late ass notification. Okay.
when he gets a scar, you can tell like when it's the present time. Cause he
That's
has a
why they
fucking
did
scar.
it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why they did
I'm
it,
like, that's
so that you can
smart.
tell the difference.
That's
And
smart.
then he keeps like the rocks fall on his head, and it just breaks open again.
Oh my fucking god.
That's true. That was fucking hilarious. Fucking funny.
So after
Fucking Tony.
Zach,
True.
So yeah, after Zach, you know, that happens, and then it goes on to Sherry, right?
No.
It has to. No,
Justin.
Ryan.
Ryan.
What's the gay kid's name? Chris, Ryan?
Oh, that's right.
The poetry kid?
Yeah.
Ryan.
Or Kevin.
Luis Fernando Garcia Chavez, who is
Yeah, Luis, we kind of need your assistance right now.
Um,
I hope you're watching this as we are discussing this.
It is Ryan.
Yeah, it is Ryan. Okay, so she goes to this poetry club.
to vent her frustrations.
Right.
In the book, what the poem's completely fucking different.
Really?
Okay.
It's not like the fucking Black Velvet.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Now keep going.
So at first she's like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk about my problems and blah, blah, blah. But
Like, I don't want to express myself. I just came. Okay, because she met a guy, huh? She met the guy at
that leads the group.
he's the
No,
group.
the college kid.
The college kid.
recruiter.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
at the job fair. Holy shit. No, I definitely remember. And then they have a little chit chat. Like, yeah, come by sometime. And then she noticed when she was at the club that there was fucking older people there.
Yeah, all old people.
All of them were old, and
Old
like
ladies.
none of them were like teenagers. And then
And then Ryan.
Ryan was there, but she didn't want to talk to him because she felt like he was like snotty or like fucking stuck up.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like,
Stuck up
nah, I'm
kid.
cool.
But I mean, she wrote something.
Right. She wrote a very like
sensual, like
emotional, like she got out of her emotions
Right.
in a really strange way, talking about wearing like black lace panties.
Yeah.
In the
She's
book, it's like
"I'm in
soaring like a
black
bird.
lace panties."
black velvet.
It was a weird choice for the show to go that way, but I think they may have thought it'd be more believable if she wrote something fucking slutty.
Yeah, I'm a
But
slut.
I mean, Ryan really loved it.
Yeah, he's
Everyone
like,
loved it.
It showed how hurt she was and just her real feelings,
And then he stole it and
and he published
yeah,
it.
posted it to everyone
after
at school.
Hannah specifically said, don't
Don't do it.
fuck be posting my shit up.
Right.
Because Ryan was like, this is fucking great. Like,
Yeah.
you should be publishing this.
Yeah.
Which, and then that's when Hannah disagrees. Like, no, I don't want you be putting my shit up there. Like, don't.
Right.
And it just, in the show, it made her seem more slutty, I guess.
Yeah, and then Ryan was trying to explain to her, like, no, show the people how the fuck you feel, you know, because that's what poetry is all about.
Mm-hmm. And then they talk about.
They talk about it in the fucking communication.
Okay, because and then and
She
this
writes the suicide note.
Right,
Or
this
she
is-
writes the suicide topic to talk about.
right, and so the teacher was like, if anyone wants to talk about suicide, like, I'm here, you know, blah blah blah.
Right, and they make it sound like everyone knew that she wrote that note, and they were making fun of her for writing it or something. Like,
like, fucking troubled kid. Fuck that.
yeah, like the other
That's bad.
students like,
Yeah.
knew it was her that put that in. I don't know how they would know it was her that put that in there.
I wasn't it.
It was one of the random girls that were fucking pointing and laughing
No.
periodically throughout the show.
I don't fucking remember, dude.
No, it was one of the jocks that did say something too, like stop
No,
being a pussy.
there was one of the there was a kid that wore the hat. In the
Yeah, that
class.
fucking dickhead from the start. Remember in the first episode, like
What
people
kid?
kept talking about. No, don't you remember the
This
first
one of the
episode?
background extra kids.
Yeah,
and
the
he
fu-
always
and
had a
only-
hat in class.
Yeah, and like
Oh yeah,
He's
okay.
always
Yeah,
got a
he-
shitty comment.
yeah, all the ones with the shitty comments. Like, all right, can we move on already?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And everybody's like, come on, dog.
yeah,
And he's like, no, I just don't like being depressed. You know, it's not necessarily like this is bad.
He's like,
but-
look, I got my own problems to deal with. All right, fuck
Yeah.
whoever else has got problems.
yeah.
And he kept like over the course of the show, it's when he
And-
kept like fucking talking shit.
So people didn't really take
I don't
this.
think he has friends.
this
That's the skater kid.
Yeah.
He's got
yeah,
no skater
but,
friends.
and people didn't take it serious when he said some bullshit like that. They're like, they said, come on. I think Zach said that, didn't he? He was like, hey, dude, like,
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
Zach did
Zach
say
did
something. I remember like trying to like back her up, back her up.
he was like, hey, you know, listen to what's going on, and nobody wanted to. I guess they just ended up moving on from it.
Which is not a good thing.
Right.
You know, as a teacher, what would you
But
think?
that was her first step to be like, hey, I feel like killing myself.
Yeah.
And you know, those are like things like teachers want to look out for nowadays.
And then she cut her hair after that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the end of the school year.
This is when
And
The
it's
party happened,
we're
right?
leading up to the party.
leading up to the party.
The party, which is something very major for the
Right,
show.
and in the book it goes straight to Clay, and she says in the book, Clay, you do not belong on this list. Did
Right.
you just pop your gum?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Um,
In the book she says, Clay, you do not belong on this list.
she says that in the
Yeah, and
The
in the
show.
show they make it seem like, Clay, you fucked up.
No, she says Clay.
Well, Tony's like,
No,
yeah,
he's
you killed
no,
her.
because she said it in the tapes too. That you
But
should have not
it's
been
not
on this.
emphasized like it is in
Okay,
the
but
book.
she
It's so fucking
she did
weird,
say
man.
it though. She was like, you did not belong on this list. She was like, you were totally different than everybody else. But what happened was unfortunate. So let's just jump into this party scene.
Right, in the book it goes to Clay first, but in the show it goes to Justin first.
Right off the bat.
Right, because Justin. Why do they say Justin?
Well, he's the first one on the team.
Because they say Justin because he Okay, so they're at this party. Everyone's at this party. Okay.
Right.
And Justin and
Well,
Jessica.
yeah. Well, before we go even deeper into that, like, that's the thing. You know, new party, new new year.
Well,
new
here-
year.
here's
She
the
was
thing.
not going. She was on the path to getting
To
away
getting
from the bad
everything.
behavior.
Yeah.
But then Clay's like, no, let's go party.
Well, didn't Jeff kind of make him
Jeff,
go?
and that's the thing. Jeff is someone. You know Jeff, right?
Yeah, no, Jeff.
You know
is-
that the fucking jock kid who wasn't even a fucking
He
jock.
was the good
He was a
jock
sweet
kid.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually like someone that was never mean to Clay. And
He
Clay
looked out
was
for
not,
him.
and Clay never saw nothing bad of him too. He would always help him out, tutoring and stuff.
Right.
And
Well,
here's
Jeff's just like, go to the party.
yeah, no,
But
and
he
But
didn't
he
know-
wanted Hannah to be. No,
No.
he wanted Clay to talk to Hannah.
even
Right.
before then too,
At
because
At the prom.
yeah, because of
Winterfest.
prom, yeah, and the reason the whole thing started was like, hey man, like, I know you're helping me out with this homework stuff, like, how's
I'll
your
help
love
you
life?
out.
What's your love life?
Yeah.
Right.
And then
He's a
this way-
wingman.
Like fucking.
He's like, why don't you
Circa
fucking
Bergerac.
socialize and go to the fucking prom? Go to fucking prom.
And then go to this party and talk to Hannah.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm saying go talk to Hannah because I saw you have that moment with Hannah at prom
Yeah.
or at the fucking winter ball or the fuck.
But then I got interrupted. They almost always have moments, and then somebody fucks it up based on the one reason.
Fucking Courtney.
So like with the picture, and he's like, ew. Yeah, and then he's jerking off to a fucking lesbian photo. That's like the worst picture ever to jerk off to. I
Yeah,
don't know
it
why.
was. It was. That
Like
was.
he's online looking at it. He could easily just switch over to some real porn.
And then his fucking parents are like,
But that wasn't real. That didn't happen.
No, that broke him out of the daydream he was having about the moment.
So
Okay.
like he was probably maybe thinking about it, but like
Dang,
it didn't happen.
I'm just kidding. No.
He's like, oh, that was that picture that I jerked off to, like every night.
All right. But
Yeah, and then fast forward to the party. So yeah, they're at work.
So
they're like
Justin and Jessica are now dating, and they're drunk.
yeah, and that's what they see at
Yes.
the party.
And Hannah is again trying to be cool
Let's-
with Jessica.
Let's break from the show continuity and go to the book continuity, where Clay's we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Clay and Hannah go into the bedroom, and in the book it's just like a little kiss. But
Okay. Shit.
in the show, like they start making out, and like clothes start coming off.
Button up shirts. I'm like, damn, Clay, okay.
Okay, yeah.
It's the Molden Clay.
He's like, this is cool, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
says, yes, this is cool.
It's the Molden Clay.
All right, and so there you go. In high school, you're gonna be a little horn dog, you know. But all these images popped back into her head where she doesn't want to get hurt, you know.
Yeah, and who was coming up and like who was coming in her head? It was
Everything. No, it was
Everyone.
every
Yeah.
bad
Well,
situation
everything, yeah,
happened
but it
to
was
her.
mostly guys though, in particular. Because thinking about it, this is someone like that she's interacting with the guy. You know, she's about to fucking do it with a guy. If I'm,
And but this is a real thing, though. This is a real thing. Because this happened to me. Like, if I were Clay,
Yes,
like, this happened to me. So that's a real thing.
where you're about to lose your virginity and you're like,
no.
and they're like, no.
Where you're with somebody and, like,
They're like-
everything's cool. But then suddenly it clicks.
yeah, and you're like,
And-
stop.
Right. Because exactly how it happened in
Mm-hmm.
the show happened in real life to me.
Okay.
So that's a real thing.
So let's just say for
Damn.
yeah, no, let's just say like lots of things that happen in the show is real. Like it's real. Like
right.
maybe some
To a
other
certain
like
extent.
for people.
He has a good imagination. So he's looking at the picture and he's like, okay, this is where it goes from here. He's fapping. Fap.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
Clay and Hannah are like making out. Okay, and this
Yeah.
is the thing where she freaks out
Mm-hmm.
and tells him to fuck off, essentially,
Yeah.
because she sees all these bad things that happen to her happening in her head,
Again, it's like,
and it's affecting her emotionally, and
Right.
not because of Clay. Well, kind of because of Clay, but because of those things, it's like PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
you know, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and
it's just a click.
And this
It
is
clicks.
where Clay is like, holy
He doesn't
shit,
understand.
this is. But
He thinks it's his fault.
yeah,
Like, everything
and
is
when he's
all
hearing the
fucking
or
him.
when he's listening to the tapes, he's like, damn it, like I love this girl, I should have stayed.
I should have stayed.
You know what I mean?
But she
Because-
didn't want him to stay, though.
But she did.
And Tony explained to him too, like
she
she
told you to
fucking
leave.
told you to leave. Like she fucking told
But
you to
you
fuck
might
out.
you might be saying one thing and your heart means another thing, and she really explained that. Like she was saying, no, I wanted you to stay there. I wanted you to fight for me.
But her words were saying something
Like,
fucking completely.
yeah.
That's like that thing. Let's go back to that point that you had earlier where fucking Bryce grabbed her ass. She could have been later on, been like, I should have said something, but I didn't. I should have told somebody that happened. And that's kind of what all these
It's
tapes
just
are.
you're in the moment.
But I mean, here,
In the
but
moment,
with this,
you don't know what to do.
But with that thing with Bryce, come on, Matt. Like your mind and your heart should click together. When
I absolutely
when
agree,
you're
but she's like a
experiencing
15-year-old girl that
exactly
doesn't know what the fuck's going
when
on.
you're
what to do.
experiencing sort of physical abuse like that, or
I would just honestly.
I don't know, your mind and your heart should click. If
Right.
if you're uncomfortable with that,
But there are
Damn.
so many things out there
but
where
this
people
but here
never
with
said or did anything.
but here with Clay, it was she loved him, you
Right.
know, and her mind and her heart spoke differently. And that does happen.
and like, let's say Clay loved her too.
He did.
And he just he didn't want to ruin anything, so he did what she told him to do.
Right.
You know,
And
that's
you would
No.
do anything. When you love someone, you do whatever they ask you to do. But
yeah, no, exactly.
but when you see somebody so broken down, I mean, as a
But
person,
sometimes
as me,
that somebody just wants to be left alone.
right?
and, you
And
know,
sometimes they need to be left alone. Like
And-
they want
right.
you there, but like they need space.
Yeah, that's everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone can say that. But I feel like he could have tried a little bit harder.
And he could have stayed, and it could have made the situation worse. But if he would have stayed even like 2 seconds later, they would have been there when Jessica and
Or
Jessica
that
came in, and
that
would have
whole
been prevented.
situation could have been prevented.
No,
Right.
absolutely.
Even if he
but
stayed a little bit longer,
let's
to be
think
told
about
to
it.
leave again.
Let's think about it. Clay, with Clay,
Clay,
like
you
going
fucked up.
going back to this, like, you know, remember, like I said, Clay is a guy that's not usually someone like to be with wrong girls and stuff. So
Yeah.
all this is new to him. You got to remember, and everything's new to you. You don't want to fuck up.
This is the new Clay.
That's true.
And it's so like you don't want to fuck up, and you know when you're there and Hannah's telling you to fucking leave, you know what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I'll leave.
Okay,
Next time,
yeah.
He's a good guy.
exactly, he's a good guy. He doesn't want to fuck anything up. You know
But then
the reason why I say this
Just
is
before
because
that's when like Zach sat there and she told him to leave and he didn't leave.
He didn't. At lunch.
You tell her, Matt. Good job.
Tell me.
Like, fuck you, Ashley.
Shut the fuck up.
fuck you.
But I feel like all of us here.
Zach has
We
the
are-
confidence
we
to
are-
try and stay and,
But a lot of
and
us-
sit the situation
A lot
out
of us
with
here.
her.
Okay, well, we're kind of agreeing and disagreeing at the same time. You see my points, I see your points. But come on.
Let's talk about God and if he exists or not.
Oh Lord.
Where
do I So- start? Let's now go back into where Justin and Jessica fall
Right,
into
okay.
this.
So Clay should have stayed. Didn't stay, he left. But if he would have stayed for 2 seconds, he would have prevented this, where Justin and Jessica pop in as Hannah like hides around the
In
corner.
the corner, right? And she's crying, and then she's like, "I'm gonna shut up,"
Right, because these two
Jessica's
are
here.
banging.
Right, and they're about to bang, and
And then
she
Jessica's
gets
fucking
sick.
tired, and
She
she's
gets
like,
sick.
"Well, she's drunk."
She's
So
drunk.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're just like fucking
And
drunk.
Justin actually doesn't force himself on her.
No,
Exactly.
but and it's what it seems like though. Like
No, but
in
then
the
he
preview,
leaves.
in the when that scene keeps on repeating before the actual scene even happens, you know?
Oh, where they keep showing those quick
Yeah,
flashes.
those flashes. Yeah, exactly. You know, it makes it seem like Justin.
is the one who raped her.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't Clay think he raped her at one point too?
No, it kind of seemed like Clay.
like they did a quick cut of Clay like on Jessica.
No, on Jessica or on fucking
Hannah.
It made it seem like Clay did something bad to Hannah,
Yeah.
such as perhaps
Like,
And
he
that's
raped
why
her.
she was
like
crying.
the way they fucking edited that thing. Like at one point they show Clay like when he's running, like they show it way early. Like,
Yeah, when he's running,
Like at
yeah.
the end of the previous episode, I think,
Yeah.
you see him running like he's running away from something bad that he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
I just touched your pussy. She started running.
Okay.
But yeah,
So,
but
yeah,
she's
so-
like I can't do this right this second. So Justin
He leaves.
Justin's like, nah,
Leaves.
I'm gonna leave her. I'm gonna leave her. Like, let her
and
here
he
to chill.
closes the
And
door
Bryce
and he
is there.
waits by the door. You know, fucking that's something Clay could have done. Clay could have left the room and waited by the door like Justin did for Jessica.
Right.
But maybe Clay was pissed. Plus,
Clay,
he's like,
no,
Or
I don't think
her.
he was pissed. He
Or
was just
her.
confused.
Yeah.
More so than anything.
And wasn't he leaving already? Like,
Well,
he's like down.
ran-
He's
he
like,
ran
No,
"Go
into
he
to
was
where-"
leaving because of that.
yeah, and then he ran into
to Jeff.
Jeff, and he's like, oh, what's going on, dude? Like, what are you going? Like,
Oh yeah, that's right. He was leaving, and when
He's like, "You leaving
when-
already,
When
bro?"
Hannah showed up, and he was like, "No, get back in there and hit that dog."
Yeah.
No, he didn't
Essentially.
say it like that.
yeah, no,
Oh.
Jeff
he didn't say it
Jeff
like
is a
that,
fucking
but he was like,
sweetheart,
"No,
man.
now's your chance to go talk to her, see what happens."
Yeah.
And then where does Clay go from there?
He
Clay
leaves.
just goes and gets her.
No, he's like leaving.
Oh yeah,
isn't
no, he leaves.
All right.
But
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not there yet.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
We're with Bryce, Justin, and
So
Jessica.
yeah, and then Bryce and Justin are in the hallway.
And Bryce
Like,
is like,
what's
"Did you
going
hit
on?"
that?"
No, and then he's like, man, what's going on? He's like, no, man, like something. But Jessica's in there, man. She's so fucking wasted.
Yeah.
And then like, oh yeah, he's like, let me get some of that.
Yeah.
And
And,
the
Honestly,
book
I-
is- in
and
the
he's like,
book
"Come
it's a
on."
little bit worse.
he's like, "Come on, this is my girlfriend."
How so?
It's worse in the fact that in the show you actually see Justin kind of like, you see him
You're kissing all
in
over
his
her.
head. No, you see it in his head like he doesn't want to let Bryce in there and he doesn't really know what to do. In the book, you just kind of, you don't see Justin, you don't hear him. All she says is she kind of hears them talking out there, and she hears Bryce say like, "Oh man, I gotta go to work right now. Just let me go in there real quick, and then I'll just get out."
Yeah. What the fuck? You gotta go to work when it's fucking
You're
11
partying.
o'clock at night? Bullshit.
Well, like no, he's got to go hit up the late shift or whatever. He's got a late shift to go to.
All right, whatever.
Regardless, of, like honestly, it's just all bad. Like the
Alright,
fact
well-
that
It
Justin's
is.
like,
It's all bad, and he goes in there and he tries to do something, but then Justin breaks in.
and he's like, "Fuck you, get out!"
Right, and then at the point he locks the door and
He's-
rapes Jessica,
Yep.
while Justin just sits there and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and then from there,
And Hannah's hiding in the closet watching this happen, and she doesn't do
And
anything.
here we go. She blamed this fucking shit on Justin. She made a tape specifically
Right,
for
this
Justin.
is Justin's tape. What
That
Bryce did is Justin's tape.
it's Justin's fault, supposedly, that Bryce fucked Jessica or raped her. But then again, Hannah, you were right there, and you saw
Well, she
everything.
was scared and drunk.
But she's
What if he fucking overpowered
she's
her
scared
and
and
raped her
drunk.
too?
She's scared and drunk, but she remembered, and she easily could have gone to anybody for help. Like, this is what happened to Jessica, or even as a
I
girl.
guess there's a whole
Okay,
party of people out there.
right? But as a girl, if I put myself in that situation and I see somebody that's happening to someone, let's say I didn't step in at the moment because you're frightened, obviously. But afterwards, you kind of feel like you have to say something as a girl.
as a human being,
Exactly. Like, you gotta watch out for one another, and especially when Hannah was being like, "Oh, I want to be cool with everyone," like, but she didn't go and tell
Anyone.
Jessica.
She didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, especially Jessica. She
Or
didn't
just
go and
someone
tell
like-
her like, "This is what happened to you. Like, you need some help or whatever you need. Like, I'm here for you."
She
If
wasn't even, like they didn't even
So, but
intimate that she made the plan to tell somebody.
how exactly?
and when the
So
tapes at least,
how is she gonna blame all this on Justin when she was physically there and she saw and she easily could have said something and she didn't.
Right. That's one she could have done.
This
She didn't
is
do
where
anything.
it starts to get worse for me, because I was like, okay, she really, really, really could have made such a difference. Bryce could have been in jail by that point,
literally,
and that did. Oh, I'm not gonna jump into that yet, but he would have been already paying consequences for what he did.
absolutely.
Justin, same thing though. Justin knew what happened, but again, Justin said why he never said anything.
Yeah, because
and
he's
it's
like,
be-
"Oh, it's my brother, it's my bro." Fuck that.
But, and I can see, like, why. Like, you're getting everything from your supposed friend. But, I mean, there's other ways to get what you need for school,
For school,
They
and,
bought him just shoes for basketball, school supplies, whatever. There's plenty of places to get that. Get a job, buddy.
Yeah,
If
Get
your
a
house
paper route.
situation is fucked up, your mom's not providing for you, who else is going to provide for you? Right? They're already juniors. I was fucking working when I was a junior.
same.
So,
I was not.
here, if you want something, you got to work for it.
Sure, absolutely.
So, yeah, Justin easily could have said something too.
That's
And
just so
I
fucked up.
think they both really, really fucked up there. Both of them. I can't defend
It
either
was
one.
a huge fucking fuck up situation.
Yeah, I can't defend either one. All right, so they both shut up about this.
No one said anything. No one did anything. And Bryce.
And as far as Jessica
Bryce
knows,
is that guy that gets away with doing shit like this.
Right.
because it's Bryce. Like, oh,
Just like all the other guys and people out there who get away with doing shit like
Okay,
this.
but and then in the present, you see where Justin really doesn't want Jessica to be around him, like
Around Bryce.
Around Bryce, right?
it's
And-
pretty fucking disgusting. I think it's just sickening. Like, what
I
the
don't know
fuck?
why, because she heard the tapes. She was like the second person to get the tapes.
Yeah, and she
And
kind
she
of
heard
didn't
her
she
say-
just skip to her tape?
Did she? No, because she keeps saying like, "Don't believe everything Hannah says." On
Oh,
there.
right.
Yeah,
Because
because
she
that's
thought
what I was
she
gonna
was
say.
lying.
As far as Jessica knows,
And
she
Justin
thinks.
told her it was a lie.
Yeah, Jessica thinks that she had sex with Justin. at that time.
And you see throughout the whole show that
When they
Jessica is trying to sleep with him.
and Justin's like, nah,
Yeah, and he's
like
just
it's like
I can't-
disgusted.
He's like, I just can't do this. And
Because of her and Bryce?
yeah,
Yeah,
because
because like what he knows, his knowledge of what happened.
and he hadn't let Jessica know yet, you know. But you see him trying to keep her away from Bryce, and
Right.
she's looking for trouble, and she's just always around him. She's like, "Why are you being
Getting
such a
drunk at the
cocksucker?"
basketball game or whatever.
Yeah, she's like, "Why are you being such an asshole? Like, I'm gonna hang out with whoever the fuck I want to."
Right.
And she didn't get it. Of course, she didn't get it. She didn't know what was going on, right? So Justin could have stopped that. He could have said
It's a
something.
fucking shitty girlfriend.
This is-
Right.
and
That's
this is-
that is a big point where like no one says anything.
And it sucks because, like, Justin, that's your girlfriend. You know what happened. Fucking speak up,
Right.
you pussy. Like,
And,
really?
and he's sticking out more for his homie rather than
Rather than
his
this
own
girl.
girlfriend. Yeah.
It is a strange fucking thing.
See, and okay.
But I mean, they did give him as close as much of a possible out as they could by having him be, you know, kind of being helped out by Bryce. I know it's no excuse for something like that.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Nothing is
I
an
mean,
excuse.
I
like
understand. I understand that. Yeah, he's a big help to you, but that does not mean he can fucking go around and do like shit like that to you.
Right. All right. So has this ever happened in real life? We keep
Me?
coming back to this. Have you ever sort of experienced like your homie doing something and you know about it and you're just not going to say
that.
anything?
No, I've never
No,
experienced
definitely
that.
not.
You have though. You're
No.
saying. Okay.
No, of course not.
No, I have never.
But
That's just there's no.
it's just wrong.
That's just absolutely wrong.
And see, this
absolutely.
is what I'm saying. Like,
Yes, I
are
know.
these things something that do happen?
they have to happen.
Yeah, no, they do happen.
But
I know.
when it's your girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like when you know it's your girlfriend, are these things that you normally would shut up about? Like that's how I put it in
I mean,
perspective.
you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
But I feel
But
like
I'm-
most
that's-
people's common sense would be to speak up to your girlfriend if she got raped.
Common
and you
sense
knew
is
it.
something that happens with a rational mind, but in the moment you're
And then- but
emotional,
then-
and
and
then
then-
you get to a point where you're like,
But then you gotta. I bring myself back, and you think, okay, they're just in high school. You
They
don't.
are just in high
You
school.
don't know how to handle these situations. So I guess I can see it, but this is not something I would typically see happening in real life, or at least in my experience.
it's got to have happened. It
Everyone's
has to have happened.
experience is
no,
different. right?
definitely.
But the
I've
way-
heard of a case
I
like
think
that.
just the situation of it, that especially two people knew
Are
what
you saying
happened.
it seems unrealistic to you?
Not unrealistic, but highly. It's kind of highly because if two people knew, and rape is such a big thing,
It has happened.
I
Like,
would speak up. I'm not saying everyone would,
Right.
but I feel like most people's common sense would be to speak up, even if you're in high school. I mean, they talk to you about these things, and they want you to.
be aware.
And they talk to you about secret witness. Like if you know something, like you don't have to be afraid of.
But
saying
maybe
anything.
maybe like there are situations where people like I know so and so and they said something and nothing happened to the guy that did it. So how's it going to be any different for me?
Right.
And that's the big thing. That's the big thing is knowing that people get away with it. Why should I even bother saying
Okay.
something if this person's going to get away with it just like that other person did?
All right. Well, here's another thing on this situation. When Jessica finally finds out what happens to her, she didn't say a word.
Like
She
she
just
didn't tell
leaves.
anybody.
She at the end, yeah, I think she tells her dad.
No, yeah,
Oh.
because
But-
they tell her, people tell her,
But
like,
that's
tell
the
your
last you
fucking
ever see
dad, tell
of
your
her.
dad, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it took her so long to say something, and what she was worried about, it bothered me. What she was worried about was how embarrassed she was going to be known as the girl that got raped. That's not something.
Who gives a fuck what other people think? Worry about yourself.
Yeah, this is like, and it really.
And that's one thing too with fucking Hannah committing suicide. Once you get out of high school, that pretty much all goes away.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll live.
She was
with
waiting
those,
for that. She was
You'll
waiting.
live with those scars the rest of your life, but
they're not as
you'll
traumatic.
you'll move away from everything that happened, and
Um.
you'll literally be able to start again.
Right.
No, absolutely, because I do believe that. Because
And-
I could say that once I left high school, like, somewhat different.
Those things don't really matter.
It don't matter
You don't
no more.
remember
Though.
half of the things that happen, but when they're big traumatic things, I mean, I went through some traumatic ass shit in high school, and these are things that I'm never going to forget. But I used my situation as like a learning experience, and that's what I wish every person would do. If whenever they go through something like that, if you got raped or if you're being bullied or whatever.
And that's what this is. It's about awareness. 13 Reasons
Right.
Why is about awareness.
Speak up.
But
Speak up. If
Jessica
you know
didn't.
somebody, if it happened to you, speak up and
Or
don't let this
know
happen
about
to
the
you.
signs.
Don't
But
let
this
happen to
is
your
what I
friends.
want. But Jessica explained it. She's like, I don't want to be known as the girl who got raped. No, who cares? Like, you need to use your experience and make it an
so
awareness.
that this guy doesn't rape anybody else.
Exactly, and it
Which
bothered,
he did do.
Hey,
He raped 2 people
But
in this show.
at this point, Jessica hadn't said anything.
Right.
And if she would have said something too, bam, Bryce also could have been in jail right there, and she knew it. But just because she was
All
worried
of
about
them.
her reputation,
Maybe not
like
Jessica, but fucking Hannah, Justin. It could have been handled.
yeah, and it just bothered me that they portrayed Jessica more as like worrying about her reputation when your reputation later on it doesn't matter.
I mean, I guess I do kind of know someone, like this is part of the same thing, is where this happened to someone, but it was her boyfriend that raped her, and like, it's kind of like how Alex and Jessica were, where
Okay.
she didn't want to have sex with him. But let's say he just forced himself on her
You
eventually.
mean Justin?
No, Alex.
Oh right, okay,
Where
okay.
Alex,
Okay,
Alex wanted to get it in, but
And he just kept doing it.
He just kept trying.
No, he kept raping her after he did initially,
Oh
Fuck.
Jesus Christ!
and she
That's-
never said anything. For I think like 6 months is what she said,
That's so horrible.
and it like, yeah. So like, it does happen where someone doesn't say something. She eventually did,
Yeah,
and it seems like all the guy got was like a slap on the wrist.
right.
which
and
is
it's-
not
it
what we
just-
fucking want.
Yeah, and I see where this show is sort of supporting rape awareness and suicide awareness, but I feel like it should have been more about rape awareness. Even though this is all about Hannah, but like I said, she had a lot of outlets and a lot of people to turn to. But here with Jessica, my heart really just broke for her.
Well, like I keep tending to say, is where she fucked up. Hopefully, this will help people to prevent the mistakes that she made.
Right.
Like in order for this show to work, she has to kill herself. In order for the show to work, we have to see all the bad things that happen to her, so that we can see in our lives and in other people's lives, and maybe other people's lives, to where we can, as good decent human beings, where we can step in and prevent 12 out of those 13 things,
Right.
10 out of those 13 things, and so
Okay.
on and so forth.
So,
I know Hannah's like a fucking crybaby and everything else like that.
but see, that's my point, and I see, and you guys can see it, and that's what my whole thing was about, and that's what my whole ranting was about, and I'm glad like I'm not the only person that see this, because you agree with me
well,
to a certain point.
especially at the end.
Like like I said, I don't hate the show. I just hated how sort of
Because she
things
gets
were sort
over
of-
she gets over all of those things.
Yeah,
And there's always Clay there for her.
and this is why I'm just like, I don't
And that's
know.
where Clay
I
steps in
like
for like
this show
Sky.
and I don't like this show. Like it is powerful, but at the same time, it's like a lot of things could have been handled differently. And I hope this shows people like me and people who are going through this, like there is ways
Right.
to see things differently.
Speak up. Don't let
You
this
know?
happen to you. Don't let this happen to somebody else.
Exactly.
If it already happened to you, make sure it doesn't happen to somebody else.
Exactly.
That's the whole point, just to raise awareness.
I
Raise
guess
awareness.
we made it all the way up to this point, but there's still shit that happens after Jessica gets raped.
Yeah.
All right. Let's,
So
let's
Hannah
move on.
fucking
So Jessica gets drunk. She's
she gets
she's not. What would you consider?
Coherent.
Yeah,
Coherent,
exactly.
yeah.
She can't. she can't even like help herself.
Right. So Bryce.
Which
comes in,
and then Bryce comes over her and like has his way with her, which
and
is
then
rape.
He leaves.
Yeah.
That is considered rape.
Right.
Where and then meanwhile,
Justin takes her out of there.
and then Hannah's in
Hannah
there.
leaves.
Hannah leaves and Bryce does
And
whatever the fuck.
All right, this is where Hannah is with
Sherry.
Sherry.
Right.
They hit a stupid stop sign.
They hit a stop sign, and in the book she's drunk.
Hannah is her Sherry.
No,
Sherry.
Sherry is.
Okay.
In the book she's
But
drunk.
Sherry's just
in the show she's just looking through.
phone.
Yeah, she's just looking in her purse.
Yeah, and so she hits this stop sign, and Hannah's like, being a good person, she's like, let's call the cops, let's tell them what happened, blah, blah, blah. And then Sherry's like, no, my
Did
parents
Hannah
are
not
gonna kill
have
me.
a cell phone?
It died. Remember, she tried going to the convenience store saying like, "Oh, do you have a charger?"
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right.
She's
Oh,
like,
that-
let me borrow your phone. And they're like, what?
And he was
She's
playing
like,
the
"Let me
fucking
borrow your
video.
phone." Yeah. And so she reports the accident either way, but by
But
this time,
she finds out it's already been reported, but not the stop sign. She doesn't know
Yeah,
that it's a stop
they're
sign.
like-
It wasn't reported. It
they're
was
like, no, ma'am, we've
the
already got
actual-
this call.
Yeah, the actual
Yeah.
accident that happened.
And this is where, unfortunately, Jeff dies.
Jeff dies.
Unfortunately,
Jeff,
For no
who
for
was never in any of the present scenes on the show because he's
not
dead
on the
already.
tape.
and a lot of people were so affected by his death.
When you
know
say
what I
that,
mean?
you
Like,
mean in the show?
And
or-
no, in like social media, they were
Really?
like, Jeff deserved better. And blah, blah,
Hashtag
blah.
where's Jeff? Hashtag
Yeah.
we miss you.
Hashtag bring Jeff back. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
Jeff was a
he
good
did
guy.
not deserve to die. Like, god damn it. Why couldn't you just put the stop sign back up?
Yeah, like why don't you fix it?
And that's the thing too. Like, the one who was affected by it was the most. Well, not the most, but was very affected by it was Clay.
And that's the thing. And that's another thing is, it was so minor that they knocked it over. I don't think anyone was gonna get in trouble if they told the cops like, "Hey, we knocked this over."
Yeah.
Because they didn't do anything illegal. Like they didn't intentionally go and knock that over.
You know, like I wasn't paying attention. I bumped into it.
Right. And I'm sure if a cop showed up, they didn't see her bump into it and knock it over. They probably would have just been like, you need to be careful. We weren't here for the incident.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would have let him off. Just be careful.
Right.
So, like,
Would that
if
have
there's
made a
anybody out
difference?
there who listens to this ever, sometimes small things could be made worse by not reporting them or taking care of them when they
Right.
happen.
Mm-hmm. So Hannah could have saved a life.
If she just fucking like maybe dug a little hole, twisted it into
And
the
like held
ground,
it up there. Right. And
leaned it. There's like a tree there, wasn't there?
and her friend just had to fucking leave.
She's back. She was scared for her life. What is that in reference to?
Like, because people hate black people.
Oh, oh, she's black. I thought it said back.
You're right, Luis Fernando. Black lives matter. God damn it. But she was fucking scared. Like, come on, her parents. She was like, my parents are gonna be so fucking mad at me. Blah blah. You know. So I mean, I could see why. She would just fucking
That
leave
you
the
can
scene.
see. You could be on her side for that one, but you can't be.
No, because I keep saying when you're in high school, you don't realize these
Right.
things. And again, you're in high school and you're watching out for your ass
Absolutely.
by your parents,
Right, because
by the
you
cops.
because you get in trouble with your parents at times.
Yeah, and they would have been like, "Bitch, you're not gonna drive no more. You know, you're not gonna go out and see your friends no more."
Right, because you don't know what
gonna get
the
grounded.
important things are.
Yeah,
Like
and so
lives matter. Black lives matter.
God damn it,
Hashtag.
this black girl could have saved a life, but her life was more important because Black Lives Matter. God damn it. So
Billy Q's watching.
unfortunately,
Oh, he is.
that had to happen to Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Rest in
Right.
peace.
Because
You're a sweetheart.
Yeah, you're the love of everyone's life on social media.
He's a young Cristiano Ronaldo.
I don't get that reference.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Is that a
I got
soccer
it.
player?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
So let's move forward.
Move forward.
So
After this is when it gets a lot more heavier.
after this is Bryce, right?
Right. Okay.
So, Bryce comes back.
But here's the thing.
They should have just called this the Bryce Show.
This is where
The Bryce Show.
also I saw something totally stupid. Because they have a little kickback, right? Bryce and the jocks and
at Bryce's house, right?
yeah, and Jessica's there, and Justin's like, he went to he went to Clay or to Alex?
Clay went to Justin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Justin went to
To Alex's house?
Alex's house. And that's when he found out that Jessica was with Bryce.
Yeah. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not going to let this happen.
Oh yeah.
Finally-
Okay. Yeah.
finally
And now I
stood
remember.
up.
Yeah, because Justin was like needed a place to live. He's
Yeah,
like, can I
he
crash
needed
at
a
your?
place to stay.
Right.
Cause like, can I
the,
crash?
the mom's boyfriend was like, fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here. Whatever. So he goes to Alex and
And
he
then
noticed
from
Jessica's
there-
with Bryce.
right.
And then how did Hannah end up here?
Hannah didn't end up here. This is
That,
after.
this is
This
afterwards.
is the present day stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So how did she end up at this kickback, though?
Oh, you're
Because-
talking about the party then.
No,
No, we're not talking about the party in the back in the jacuzzi. That's different.
I'm talking,
We're
no.
talking about the party at the pool house.
No, right
Yeah.
now I'm talking about the jacuzzi scene.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we're talking
jumping
about-
into this jacuzzi scene already.
Okay.
How did Hannah end up there again?
Because she
Wait,
took a
Fernando?
walk.
Yeah, she took a walk.
And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna give this another try. You know, after she's
Right. Well, you know, like the old
That
saying
could have been
is,
really prevented.
yeah.
Honestly.
All right, see,
fool me once, shame on
see,
you. Fool
this
me
is-
twice, shame on me.
this is where I was like, fucking Hannah, you dumb bitch. Like, you notice this group of people.
Why
are-
does she go there?
exactly?
To clear her mind.
That's it.
She said that the
She was-
the
was it-
jacuzzi was really appealing to her. Like there was like some sort of relaxation.
And so she lost the money and felt bad for it. What
Right,
money?
But I mean, because her parents like have this money that they need.
Oh,
to
that's
pay
Thank
for
right.
you,
rent.
Luis Fernando. Yes, you're bringing this back.
Yeah, but
And she felt like such a screw up.
Right, and she
was
knocked.
like-
She left it on the fucking thing, and it flew, and her parents got all mad at her. In all honesty, they didn't get mad enough at her.
They
I'm
didn't.
confused.
It-
Like,
it-
what the?
Her dad was like, we'll make it up, like, we'll make
Yeah,
it up. And
we'll
her
deal
mom
with
was
it.
like, this was $750. And I was like, my mom would have fucking slapped me.
Oh,
and
my mom would have fucking killed me.
my mom got mad at me for losing fucking $20 in the street. And imagine $750. Holy crap. But so at this
Oh,
point,
it's
she
okay,
already
honey.
felt like a failure, like such a fuck up.
Right. So.
Like even my parents think the worst of me.
So at this point, she's at her lowest point. And
Yeah.
Like
And so,
she maybe just wanted to fucking just get drunk and forget about it,
right.
despite how
But-
bad an idea it was.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Well, I mean, that's never the way to
I've
go.
been
She's
in that
seen it.
situation before where things are just so shitty, and you just want to. You're so pissed off, and you're so upset, and you just want to forget about it.
Again, there is the way out. When she was
Sometimes
feeling
you're just
this,
by yourself.
yeah, but when you were feeling this, Clay could have been there.
Clay could have been there.
That was or Tony. I always think about Tony. I'm like, Tony's such a great guy, and she could have gone to Tony too. Like Tony's fucking gay. What is he gonna do to you? You know?
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Tony
like it.
was like, they made Tony out to be like the coolest guy ever, and then they sneak in that he's gay like halfway through the series.
Yeah.
No, it's so funny. It's just like,
'Cause
but
he's
you know
like
I'm gay, right?
He's like a badass and shit like that, and
And-
then he's just like, oh yeah, no.
Wasn't
I
Montgomery?
chug cock.
Montgomery, was he gay? No, he wasn't gay.
So who was?
Maybe he was repressed.
Who was? 'Cause-
His boyfriend,
Yeah, who was Tony's boyfriend in high school? Because
Ryan.
oh.
Yeah, Ryan was his boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Because he talks about with his current boyfriend, like,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh yeah,
that
you're right.
dude.
It is Ryan. All right. Anyways, so I feel like, God damn it, you're at this. I see it. You're at this low point in your life, and I don't see why you would add something else to the mix.
Well, sometimes I mean, she just probably wanted to feel good. Like maybe, like I'm honest. You're right.
But you're
As-
with
after
the
all the
wrong
fucking mistakes that
crowd.
she's been up to at that point, it's like, are these really the friends that you think that they are?
Right, and you just keep.
You know, Bryce raped Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
You are walking onto his property right now.
Exactly. I
This
would have
fucking
been like.
rapist property right now.
And who are Bryce's friends? Zach, Marcus, Justin.
Yes.
Who's Justin's girlfriend? Jessica. You are going to see all these people
People
who fucked you
you
over
over
up to this point.
Exactly. I was like, God damn it,
All
Hannah.
these people that have been on your tape.
You know what she could have been doing? She could have been like, God damn, Mom, like, I lost your money. I'm sorry. And my mom would have been like, get your ass to your room. I'd be like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go sit and reflect on what I did. You know, my mom would have
man.
never left me to walk out of that fucking house. You know what I mean? Should have been like, where the fuck are you
Did
going?
she sneak out?
Yeah.
No, she just left.
No, she did tell him I'm gonna go out for a walk.
And they let her?
Yeah, but they were
Rather
half
than
asleep.
ground her.
They were half asleep. They were half asleep, and
Oh,
they're
so
like,
this was
"It's
later.
fine."
Oh no, you're right. You were right. They
Yeah.
were half asleep.
They're like, "Yeah,
they
go ahead."
completely forgot about the situation.
They were just half asleep on the couch. And
What was she doing? She was just in her room, and
And
then,
then
she
she's like,
decides to leave.
I just want to leave.
And she's like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Be safe.
Now you're like, yeah,
Oh my
whatever.
goodness. I was just like, God damn it. Yeah, I feel like once you see the bad seeds, why do you keep going back? You shouldn't keep going back to such a bad situation. But I can't, I don't know, I feel bad because I don't know if I might sound like such a hypocrite on this.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
Spell that for me, would you?
No, thank you.
Hippo.
Did you see that?
I spelled it so wrong.
Oh.
I
Oh,
spelled
on the
it C-R-A-C-Y and it's C-R-I-S.
Well, you also put
Why?
an I where there should have been a Y.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Hippo. Hypo.
Hippo.
Anyways, let's not get into my worst spelling
Okay.
abilities. But
You don't want to come off as being a hypocrite.
because I was such in a bad relationship to begin with, and I let this shit go on for so long, and my ass was like, this is always going to change, you know what I mean? But it never changed. And
Those are the lies that we tell ourselves.
and I kept
The
going.
beautiful lies.
The beautiful lies.
I kept going back to so much negativity, you know?
Fear of change.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, I wish I could have done things differently, you know? I did think about suicide once, and I did attempt it once. Thank God it did not work. You know, I'm blessed to be here
Bomb.
today.
Bomb dropped.
Bomb dropped. Of course, I mean, when you're going through such low things, I mean,
You think the worst.
you don't want to be going through this anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Absolutely.
And so,
And I'm-
yeah, and you, like, you honestly, you can do whatever the fuck you
But
want.
me-
Whatever you can to do, like, to forget about it.
But
and
me,
you can't.
here's the thing. I had such good friends at that time. You know what I mean? And I was so afraid to speak up, but you know what? They did speak up for me. And eventually, you know, counselors, teachers, they all became aware of it. And they started talking to me. And I'm so blessed because the school gave me $1,000 or $10,000 worth of therapy. And
Oh, shit.
and
That's
I
fucking great.
But you see what I mean? Like, and I took that as an opportunity because I knew I didn't want that. But even after I took therapy, I still kept going back to such negativity, thinking that it was going to change. It took me 4 years to release that, you know? And it's hard. It is, but I mean, I found my way out, and Hannah just didn't. You know, she could have kept
Hannah
trying.
was not fortunate enough to find her way out.
But I can see where you just keep going back to the problems. You know, you're not leaving the problems, and you're an idiot. You're stupid. And I was stupid, and a lot of people tell me up to this day, Ashley, you're such a fucking dumbass. Like, why did you stay there? Like, why'd you let that
Everybody
happen?
has those stupid moments.
Right. And so, I mean, and this is what I want to let people know. Like, whenever you're going through something, there's always somebody there. Always. And if your friends are fucking real, they're going to help you. And
You're
if-
gonna see that you're gonna.
Yeah.
And
You're
don't
struggling.
be afraid of change. Embrace change.
Yes,
It can be the
absolutely.
best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I love that. Like,
Definitely.
it bothers me when people just stay in a sort of situation because it's their comfort zone. And
Get
it's
out of your comfort zone.
Right. Like, experience new things, try new things. Like, if it backfires,
Do
Keep
something
it
There's
else.
trying.
other new things. There's a million,
Yeah.
billion, infinity new things to do.
exactly.
And there's an infinity amount of new people to talk to.
Exactly. And
The different hobbies. There's so much, you know,
So
taste in
please-
music.
whoever listens to this, like, if you're stuck in such a bad situation and you just don't want to leave because you're so comfortable in your situation, like, don't be. You know,
Take
like,
the risk.
take so many risks,
Take the
especially
risk.
when you're growing up. Don't be held down to one thing. Like, if I don't know. I feel like there's so
Just
many
live
positive
life.
outlets
Young, old,
to
gay,
life.
straight, black, white.
Exactly.
Every option is available to you.
Yes, and there's
And if you don't think they are, then you're not looking hard enough.
Yes.
Because there are more than one options.
and suicide is never an
Never
option.
good.
If you ever need help, please, 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 just go out and look for it. There's always somebody to talk to. Let's say you don't even know a person and they're just gonna listen to you, and who knows? That's probably gonna be your best friend. You know, like they're probably
There
gonna
are
listen
suicide
to you.
hotlines who will definitely listen to you.
Yes, of course.
It's their job to listen to you.
Of course.
Or maybe fucking look through your address book on your phone, your contact list.
Like,
Yeah.
If
who's,
there's someone in
who's
there that you
actually
have
gonna,
not fucking talked to in years,
Yes, I mean,
and I'm sure they'll listen to you.
I know therapy is so expensive, and I was so grateful to have received what the school gave me. But there's always some sort of therapy everywhere else, you know. Like I'm sure for some people it's sports. Whenever you're feeling low,
No, definitely.
you
I-
release
Yeah,
you release
some
everything.
steam.
Yeah.
Go for a jog.
Yeah, involve yourself in something. Get in a club. Get in a hobby. I never understood that as like growing up when
I
they
don't
would
know
say,
about that.
if weed is your answer, weed is your answer.
Just handle
Sorry.
your high.
Yeah,
Handle your
just
high.
handle your high. Don't let
Smoke the
that.
bullshit away.
Don't let that take over you like depression does, and then you
Yeah.
kill yourself.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You won't die because of weed.
getting high is. I mean, I've never been
You never been
high
there?
smoking off a blunt, but I've been high off eating a fucking brownie. But
Hey,
still,
the truth comes out.
that was one and only
Second
time.
drop.
One and only time. And it was awful for me, but I mean, whoever likes that, kudos to you. If that's the way for you to relieve stress, great. You know, they say that's a big stress reliever. But for anyone else, like, God
If
damn
that's
it.
not your thing, there are
Yeah.
things out there for you.
So many hobbies,
Just
so many
keep
new
looking.
people to invest your time in. And, you know, it's just, you're here for a reason.
That's right.
You're always here for a reason. And just be happy, guys.
Be happy.
Don't let the bullshit get to you. All right, let's continue.
Let's continue.
So,
Well, that's like the end. Like Hannah. Oh no, it's not quite the end.
all right, so
Hannah
Hannah
finds her
goes
way
back
at
to
this
this kickback.
Kickback. Where all
and
of her bad fucking
friends-
things are.
Yes, and at this point, Hannah knew that Jessica got raped.
This is a pretty shitty move.
And she still went back to the crime scene pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're all in this jacuzzi and they're all fucking
Half naked.
half naked
And
and
Jessica's like,
but
take
at
your
first-
clothes off.
yeah,
You don't got your bathing suit.
at
Take your clothes
first
off.
Hannah was like, "No, I'm not gonna get in. I don't have a bathing suit." And they're like, "Fuck it, we're in our bra and underwear. Like, get in."
It's like,
And
it's
she
the same
does.
thing. Oh my god.
And she's like, okay, like, I'm gonna do this. Like, new year, new me, fuck it, I'm gonna make the worst decision I can for myself. So she
Literally.
gets in this hot tub, and Justin goes away with Jessica because they were getting heated, and some girl was trying to look for the bathroom, so Zach was like, I'll show you, you know, like, he goes out. So now it's just Bryce.
No, Bryce comes in later.
Yes.
No,
Well,
hey.
It's
he,
just Hannah, and
he
then Bryce
sees
comes in.
Hannah, and he's like, oh.
Bryce fucking happy ass comes in.
He's like, hey, what's up? Sophomore, junior, whatever she is at this time. And he hops in and bam.
Junior. She'd have to have been a junior at this point.
Honestly, I gotta say that scene was fucking.
Oh my god, it was crucial to watch. I couldn't, I don't know.
That was just a bunch of cringing for me. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck?
It was so bad because, like, Rana was trying
Did
to get
you
away.
know that was gonna happen?
That she was going to get raped.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was leading to that.
To be
Well,
honest,
also too because you know
Well,
it clearly
that's
explains
the worst
to you.
thing that could happen.
to be honest, I did not see that coming. I didn't see Hannah getting raped.
No.
It was shocking to me. I was so shocked. But she was at least trying to fight it off, like telling him
Jump.
like to stop, and he literally pulled her back in, and I was just like,
Oh my god! I know.
and then I was
So
like,
cringy, man.
where's everybody else? Like, shouldn't you guys come back to the
Dempsey,
hot
get your fucking ass over
God
here.
damn it, Zach, come
Nobody
come
came
back.
back.
Nobody.
came back.
It's such a shitty situation. Like, where did you guys leave? You know?
It was
Damn.
all bad. That was
Um,
like you can
Yeah.
clearly
Bryce-
see. You can clearly see that the camera just focused it on her
And-
on her face.
Yeah, and it was so
like she just looked
heartbreaking.
fucking dead. Honestly,
Yeah.
afterwards she
At that
just
point,
looked fucking
she-
dead.
Yeah, she's like, I can't fight this no more. It's done. That's it.
She didn't even feel alive anymore. Like,
And I think right there, that's when she's like, my life is over. Where there's no reason to be alive anymore.
Right.
And that's.
that your innocence was taken away.
But
like,
then again,
literally.
this could have been prevented. She could have just kept walking. She could have been like, "Hey, I'm gonna hit up Clay."
It's so strange that she decided to go to that party.
That's what baffles me. You know.
It is a weird.
Wait a minute.
Weird choice.
Well, she couldn't hit up Clay because.
Wasn't Clay like mad at her?
Yeah, Clay was mad at her.
Oh yeah, in the hallways he was like, "You know what, Hannah? This always has to be about you."
Oh
And-
yeah, when Jess died. Was it Jess?
Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff.
yeah. And so
When Jeff dies,
she was like, "God damn it,
He's
I
like-
lost Clay."
don't be a bitch, okay? I'm mourning for Jeff, all right?
Yeah. And so
Jeff is my nigga.
And so yeah, it was pretty visible that Clay did not want to speak to her at that moment.
So yeah, you could probably see why.
She felt
So
so,
she was running out of
alone and so
options.
isolated. At this point, I could see why she would take her life, but
But she waited.
people, listen to
Her
your intuition.
waiting. Her waiting. People generally don't kill themselves when they wait. People generally kill themselves on impulse. I mean, I don't want to sound ignorant by saying that, but like, she waited to kill herself. I think if people wait, they can tend to talk themselves out of doing it.
Yeah.
But she talked herself into setting the perfect moment to do it,
Of course.
which I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think is the most oft thing that happens. I think people are sad and depressed and at their lowest point in the moment, and they decide to kill themselves.
Right.
Depression's a motherfucker.
And
But
she
I
but
did
she was
wait.
able to go home and go to sleep.
Wake up the
and
next day and go to
wake up-
fucking school.
Right, and she didn't kill herself.
And she
Right
saw
away.
Bryce too. Like they
In
didn't
the
they catch her
hallway.
eyes.
Right, he fucking gave
And
her a
like people
smirk
were
and shit.
cheering her on because
And
like,
see,
cheering
the-
him on.
And it's just like, Hannah, you have a voice. You could have opened up. Now this is
I don't
just
know why she didn't tell the counselor.
He,
Or the
so, okay,
principal.
no.
She tried?
He tried.
No,
She tried.
She didn't give up a name.
Yeah, she could have though.
But still, the thing is like
That was
No,
the
fucking
see-
counselor. No, the fucking counselor. Like
No. Because she easily could have said, "Look, Bryce, motherfucker, he already raped me and he already raped Jessica. Like, why wouldn't you want to give up this name? Like, you know what she did? What bothered me is like she literally let this guy go,
Yeah,
and
let him go.
she let him, or she let all these countless girls be, like, potentially there to get
more
raped,
victims.
right? And
because
no.
when it happened twice, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Twice already. Like
twice.
shit.
If it already happened to one and it already happened to you, you know it's gonna happen
Maybe it happened
again.
before.
Exactly.
We don't know. That's the thing.
And so
Maybe
that,
he fucking hit up every girl on that list that Alex made,
yeah. And so it was just
or
like,
or whatever.
and I'm kind of intrigued. Like, what if they do some spin-off and what if a ton of girls are like, yeah,
Well, look,
Bryce raped.
the
They come
biggest
out, yeah.
the biggest thing at the end of the show that they don't cover is fucking Tyler and his arsenal in that trunk
Well,
that he
it
has.
makes sense what he was gonna do.
And then he's got the list of photos, but he takes down Alex's photo because Alex kept saving him from like the Montgomery guy.
yeah,
But it doesn't matter because Alex fucking shot himself in the head.
but he didn't necessarily die.
Didn't necessarily die, but like
He
God
pulled
damn
out.
it.
You know what it reminded me of a lot about was Kurt Cobain. I don't know why. It's like, you know, you're just like,
I'm such an artist.
yeah. Well, I mean, he was into music.
Was he?
Alex.
Yeah, was he?
He was in the jazz band.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't in the jazz.
He was
Oh, yeah,
playing
yeah.
the electric guitar, and yeah, it's just clear to me that, fuck, I don't want to sound like stereotypical, but he had the guns. He was gonna fucking shoot up the school.
That's exactly what he's gonna
It was
do.
exactly what he was gonna do. Like, and
He went and bought a brand new gun too.
He did.
like, fuck.
That's the one thing that they don't.
It's a nerdy
cover.
kid. Like, no, fuck that.
You know, it's fucked up because like everyone treats him like shit. Like he did the worst thing. Like what he did was
No, fuck
terrible. But what Bryce did was the worst thing.
that. And then fucking
Everyone is
Courtney.
protecting Bryce.
I know Courtney is the one fucking protecting Bryce. Like, oh, it was
Damn it,
alleged.
Courtney.
It was alleged.
It's
right?
like, how are you guys even gonna believe Hannah?
No, yeah, it's like it was.
Like,
it's
shut
like,
the fuck up.
It was like
Courtney.
so.
Well, the gay kid was like,
No, fuck off, Courtney.
Yeah,
Like, how are you gonna
come on.
fucking justify
Because a
rape?
lot of people were like, damn, this stuff that she said was actually
True.
legitimate.
Right.
And they're like, how the fuck are you gonna say that's not true? If half the things she's saying on the tapes are fucking true.
So what would a dead girl lie?
You don't fucking lie about rape. Nobody does that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's strange because
Fucking no, Courtney's just a little pussy ass bitch that she didn't.
She's pretty
ass.
terrible.
She didn't want to believe it because she didn't want to ruin her future.
Right.
Because she's great. Like
She was willing to protect everyone on the tape for her future. You know?
because she was having to be involved with them. Too.
Yeah, of course.
She was in the mix.
Oh, now after listening to the tape, she's fucking.
Well,
All those motherfuckers could have said something.
Yeah,
that's the whole fucking point. All of them.
I don't know
could've-
why Tony didn't say anything.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, he
Tony.
did. No. The thing is, as soon as he got the
Tony got
tapes,
the
no, he said it. He fucking said it. As soon as Tony got the tapes, he tried running to Hannah's house, but as soon as he got to Hannah's house,
Not saving Hannah. Bryce!
oh, Bryce, yeah, never mind. Fuck.
Why didn't Tony is totally the guy.
To go and say something. Fucking Tony, he had
He
the
coulda
tapes
said
first.
something. Fuck,
he
you're
did
right.
have
You know
a
what?
all these people could have
Him
said
and his
something.
brothers were beating the shit out of that fucking dude. They could
Yeah.
have gone to beat the shit out of Bryce.
And it's like, it baffles me of how many people listen to these fucking tapes and they know that Jessica got raped and you guys are not going to open your fucking mouth? Like,
Why
come
would-
on.
Why wouldn't Justin have like tossed those tapes? Justin
Yeah,
is shit
why?
bad.
Why is he over here letting
Where
everyone
he's,
know?
He's like, oh, you know what? I will pass these on to Jessica, who I just listened to about her getting
Get
raped.
But, you know, let her find out for herself. And then Jessica hears it. Let other people find out that I got raped.
Right.
But she's over here saying, I'm not going to say anything because I want to
I'm
know.
gonna give these
No.
to Alex.
Because I don't want people to know that I got raped. But here's a selective group of people that, fuck, they know I got raped. You know? Like, god damn it, people. Come on. Speak the fuck up. Like, damn it.
And they keep
High schoolers.
And like whenever they get in their little fucking like sewing circles, and they're like,
The Monets?
we can't let anyone know about this. Yet they kept passing it on to each other.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what's Courtney?
Yeah,
And-
now fucking Clay has him now. He's gonna fucking go out and,
And
rap.
they, and
Why
they
did you give it to him?
Yeah.
You were worried that Clay was gonna be.
Who
Yeah.
gave him to Clay?
Tony. No. Whoever had the tapes last.
Cherie.
Sherry
Sherry.
did fucking
Sherry had to have given him to Clay.
And see, all these people seem like they're so nice.
And they're like,
like Courtney seemed so fucking nice at first.
Bryce is after Clay.
Why exactly?
But that's why Clay was like, Bryce isn't gonna do anything.
That's thus having Clay go to Bryce's house.
Remember, Tony has a second set of tapes. Right, that's right. Okay, but Tony also had the first set and he didn't do anything.
Luis Hernandez, I really wish you were here in presence. God damn it! Why didn't you invite him to this?
He's like an artificial.
3 is the magic number.
no,
3
but
is the magic
I
number.
mean, he's clearly the fourth one. He's over here like.
He's the audience. That's what I need. I need the audience.
This is what we do need, yeah. But right, going back to this.
He's probably like fucking on the treadmill right now. Fucking listening to this.
Totally.
He's like,
Crap.
But yeah, so seriously, a lot of good people knew about this, and
so okay, but that second set of tapes thing does like, okay, that's why if Justin wouldn't have passed it on, Tony would have taken him to the authorities.
so Tony wanted people to pass these on.
Tony wanted people to pass these on. So Tony,
Why-
that's
why-
why Tony didn't pass them on.
Why? Because that's what Hannah wanted.
maybe,
Remember?
yeah, that's what Hannah wanted.
That's what Hannah
But-
wanted.
That's
then-
vicious.
Look, okay, if somebody I knew, like if Ashley, if you come to me and you're like,
Hear these tapes.
hear these tapes, and then
An hour later, I'm dead.
right, and I'm listening to them, and I hear that like somebody did that, I would like, we're gonna go and beat the shit out of this motherfucker.
Or go to the cops. You know?
I would just beat the shit out of him first, and then go to the cops.
Yeah. God damn it, Tony. Yeah, you're right. Like him and his brothers or
Yeah,
whoever the fuck
seriously.
they were with, like they easily
There
could've
was
gone.
no like that whole scene with Tony beating the shit out of.
That was
the guy.
not necessary.
That was an unnecessary scene, especially now. It's like, well, clearly he's a badass. Hannah said they had to pass it on.
But nobody had to listen to Hannah.
Right.
Nobody had
I
to
know.
listen to her.
It's like saying like, it's what Hannah wants. This is what we're gonna do. But someone can easily say like, "Fuck Hannah, she's dead." Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm not gonna pass these on.
Yeah.
Well, no,
You know?
that's what the thing is if Justin didn't do something, Tony would have.
That's why Tony keeps appearing,
Right,
that's why
they
Clay-
didn't know Tony. They didn't know Tony had the second set of tapes.
and that's why
They
Clay.
just knew someone did, and if they didn't pass it on,
They were gonna be in trouble.
they were gonna be. In
Yeah,
trouble.
and that's why Clay keeps thinking like, what the fuck is Tony keep stalking me?
Yeah,
He's like, keep on following me, man. What the fuck?
but yeah, here we go again with this rape thing. It's like
Fuck, we have to go back to this shit.
It's the worst thing ever. Like honestly, that in my opinion is the worst thing that can happen to someone.
yes,
Anyone, honestly,
that just really
The
tears
fact-
their life up.
it does. Like killing someone. It's bad as too, but you know, when you kill someone, they're dead. you
You're
know?
like dead inside. Yeah, I've never been raped, but I can just
But with being
imagine.
raped, it's just the fact that you know how someone's coming upon you like that.
yeah.
It's just like what the fuck, and you're saying
Yeah,
no.
like you said, if you get killed,
You don't have to live through
That's
that
the
anymore.
end.
That's the end. Like
that's
you
the
know,
end for you.
you know, it sounds kind of stupid, but it's true. You know, you yourself don't have to deal with it. Of course, your loved ones do. But
But if you get raped,
If you get
it's
raped
like dying
inside,
without your life.
exactly, and then the fact that you have to live through that the next day and the next day and the following days, and it's just
Well, look, like I said,
Fuck,
I
man.
said that there was someone that I knew. After finding out those things about that person, it completely changed my mind on the topic of rape. Actually, having known someone that it happened to, because prior to that, like in movies and stuff like that, like rape in movies is one thing that I just kind of saw as something that happened. And I even, like, I've got a movie, if not multiple movies, where someone gets raped in it that I made. Like, I used it as a cinematic device that I did see as being the worst thing that could happen to somebody.
Right.
But actually knowing someone that it happened to and how that affected this person,
you see it differently.
yeah, like, I would not choose to put rape into another movie again, and so on and so forth, like that. Like, I
Yes.
look at it differently.
You think about it because like at first you're like, I don't give a fuck what people think. But when
Right,
you actually
it's
see
something
like
happen, but when it is,
someone you actually care about, you're like,
yeah,
holy fuck, dude.
when it branches out and touches your lives, and it,
No, absolutely.
it becomes real.
absolutely.
And to me, that's why the show, I didn't just see it as like a fucking teen show, girl show, whatever.
That I
Hey,
said
I'll-
at the beginning of this episode.
No, exactly. Like it might come off as that, but I absolutely connected with this show
right.
in many perspectives. With Clay, especially, you know, I felt like I was Clay.
Well, this person that I know, she seemed like the exact person shit kept happening to.
It's just like fuck. You know, when does it end?
Right.
Yeah.
It just, like, she kept telling me about all these different situations that happened to her. And, like, there are people out there where they can't seem to get away. And Hannah Baker is the same kind of person where shit just keeps happening to. Like, you don't see her acting out as much as maybe she should have.
Right.
But there are people that just kind of get shit on over and over and over again, and they can't get away from it.
But
there are
there's
just unlucky people out there.
And it always drives me back to the first time Bryce touched her fucking ass. Like, that's where...
That's it. Should have rang alarms like, hey.
Yes.
Every single one.
And it just, I feel like it could have stopped there. She could have said something. Bryce could have already been paying some sort of price, you know? From that moment.
I honestly, even if she would have said something, I don't think anything would have happened.
But I mean, at that point, she wasn't so low, you know?
She might have gotten lower.
She was...
She might have gotten lower if she would have said something and nothing happened to him. She might have been worse off.
But, I mean, at least you're making it, or you're awareing people of what's going on. Like, this guy is fucking disgusting.
If
You know?
Justin wasn't gonna rat on him when he raped his girlfriend,
It's like fuck.
think about everybody else just because he touched her ass.
But as a girl, like,
Right, in your position, in her position.
you don't want that happening to you.
Absolutely not.
And you should say something. You should have said something. She should have.
She
said-
should have.
And I feel like that's where it could have ended. But, I mean, these things just kept spiraling
Fuck, man.
and spiraling and spiraling.
I'm just glad I'm not fucking Justin, man. Just.
And it's like, I feel like I really beg people to open up their mouth. Like,
Yes.
Don't let these sort of things happen to you. Like,
Yes.
Like fuck
These
that.
things
Don't
just-
let people fucking take over your lives. Like
Yeah.
fuck that.
yeah,
Let these fucking assholes pay a price.
yes, you
Don't let people
Do
think
you?
it's alright to do whatever the fuck they
not
want.
with you. Yeah,
Right,
you're
and
not a
don't
toy.
let
You're
them
not an
think that they can
object.
get
you're-
away with
Yeah,
it either.
especially the fact that they can get away with that. Like that is
Exactly.
fucking disgusting. Absolutely, like fuck that.
Exactly. So, I mean, I guess that's just how I've always been putting it to you, Matt, is that I wanted her to say something, and a lot of things just could have been prevented. A lot of more better decisions could have been made, especially even in the present, how they are in the show. Tony easily could have gone to the authorities right away, or
Tony
he-
should have done something.
and it was crazy. Like at the end, he does go to Hannah's parents. And it took him
No, he
so
gives them the
long, so long to tell him. Like, and they deserve to know.
Fuck yeah.
Like as a
You can.
I'm
Well,
like
let's
a
let's take.
parent.
Can we take a second and talk about Hannah's mom? Like, what was it, Oliva, right?
I don't know her name.
Yeah, Oliva.
Olivia?
Olivia.
Is it Olivia?
Yeah, it's Olivia. She like, you could just tell like how fucking dead she is
Yeah.
from her eyes from crying all the time, knowing that she just lost her kid.
And nobody does anything about it. Like it bothers me.
They
You
didn't
know?
even know what the fuck was wrong with their kid. Other people did know. What it's like.
But no, that poem was written. A lot of people knew that Hannah was going through something. And
Right. And Clay gives her that poem, and then she fucking runs to the fucking
She goes to
dad.
her dad goes to the principal.
right, and was like,
Like, how did
"This
you
is
not
it.
see
yeah,
this?"
This is it.
Yeah. Those teachers were stupid too. Like,
Right.
holy
Yeah, because
crap.
at the same time, wasn't
Right.
the school being sued?
In the present, the parents were
Yeah,
still
by
in
the
school
in present time.
because they
and-
said that she was bullied into committing suicide.
That's right. And don't you remember a while back?
No, but we're saying when they first published that letter,
Mhm.
it should have been investigated more.
Right, my counselors right away, bam. Ashley, what's going on? What do you need? Like,
Why are you writing cum dumpster on the bathroom walls?
What the fuck's a condom?
but like teachers,
so weird.
teachers or counselors are really normally, really into your problems. Like if you,
Absolutely, that's
I've
your job.
never actually had to deal with anything like
I
that in
did.
high school.
I
I never had
have.
to talk to a counselor.
I have, and
And I'm not like bragging or anything like that, but nothing ever came my way.
no, and it's all right. I mean, if it hasn't, then it usually means it's a good thing. I mean,
Right.
but
good for you. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah, if you don't need that kind of help. But I mean,
When
it's
you
bad. It's bad if you do that. If you do need help, and the counselors weren't there.
Yeah.
Like fuck. Cause think about it. You're young. You only have two worlds. Your house
Your home life and your school life.
and your school life. Absolutely. So if your parents can't help you at home
You're
because
gonna
they're missing out on something.
Yeah.
You know
Their
who's
business
who's
is going down the toilet.
Which they
they're gonna
never
lose their
should.
house,
Which
maybe,
I feel bad if anyone out there is, their
being
parents
neglected
are
by their parents.
right. That's horrible. That's the most awful
and
situation.
I could happily say, you know, my mom, my parents, you know, helped me out with things.
Absolutely.
And my mom was fucking right on and spot on about a lot of things.
When something's wrong with you, your
Yeah, and
mom-
without even fucking saying a word, my
Right.
mom knew something was wrong.
Absolutely. Up
When
to
she
this
couldn't, and
day.
this is the thing. My mom, I can say that my mom necessarily didn't help me out with everything, but she fucking got me help.
Yeah, of course. My
She
mom
went out of her way.
did too.
She's like, "Fuck that, we're giving you help.
Exactly.
Whatever the fuck you need."
You know, at first I was the same way. With my mom, she was just constantly helping me because when I got that offer for therapy, again, like as a high schooler, it was embarrassing. It was
Is
embarrassing
that what the
for
fuck
me.
are people gonna think?
When I'm 16 and they're like, God damn, she needs therapy. Like to people, like I guess therapy is more like,
Well,
Oh, that girl's
kids
going-
are judging.
Or that
that
girl's
girl-
crazy.
yeah, that girl's crazy, or that girl's going and they're showing her those pictures. Like, what do you see in these pictures? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
And it's not like that at all.
That's not the case. That's not therapy at all. Or the way that my therapy worked was not like that. It was more like it was a place where I could go and
And be
let
yourself.
everything out, every single emotion.
And you know, there was experts who know what's going on.
Yeah,
With,
and
like, you know, went to fucking school for this. They ask you, you know, like, questions so they can figure out what the fuck's going wrong with
Right.
you.
And what I loved about my therapist was it wasn't like she told me what to do with my life. She wasn't like, Ashley, you need to go out and get yourself a hobby. You know
Move
what I
on.
mean? Yeah, she did not say these things at all. She's like, what do you feel? What do you feel like doing in this? You know, like what's going to make you stronger, in your opinion? And that really helps you because it helps you find your inner voice. But like I'm saying, like this place was a place where you know this lady wasn't going to tell your parents. She wasn't going to go out and tell your friends in school. You know, because if you go to your friends in school, I can see like it's going to go around. You know, people
Low
talk.
key.
People
Unfortunately.
talk. Every person talks in high school.
Absolutely.
So it's always
And you
going to
see
get
it in the
around.
show.
Exactly. It's going to get around. And it's embarrassing, you know? Unfortunately with me, I had no other choice. All my problems ended up on Facebook, you know? Like, people from different schools were reaching out to me and saying, like, I can't believe this is happening to you, you know? Stay up, chin up. But and it bothers you when people tell you those kinds of things because,
It's like, how the fuck do you know?
yeah, you don't know what I'm going through, you know? But at the same time, I was like, thank you, you know? Thank you for telling me to keep going. You know, there's people that do want to see you happy.
That's
and
fucking
they don't,
great.
and they
That-
don't even know you, you know?
That's fucking great. Honestly, I have to say, like, you know, that's how you know, like, there's fucking good people out there. You
Yeah.
know? There's people
So-
with good hearts, you know, and there's people that, you know, just don't want to hear about other people fucking going through a bad time.
Yeah. So,
Like, honestly, like, when this kid passed, the kid at Sparks, I never knew who he was. I never knew of him up until that point.
and a lot of people showed up
But
to
a
his
lot of
vigil
people, like, fucking came out and, you know,
and supported.
and stuff like that still kind of happens right now in high school. Like, not like this year, early this year, last year, there was a kid who passed away because someone killed him, but he was still in high school. But it seemed like
Which school?
Hug, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so many people are like reaching out. It's like same thing, you know. That's how you know still, you know, like these
Yeah.
kids, you know, still have hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when it comes to shitty times, we just need to come together and like, you know, help out with the situation,
Yeah. Help each other.
help each other out. You know, like these kids are young.
Yeah.
When I hear about a kid dying, getting killed, or like kid dying from suicide, it's like, holy fuck, dude! Like,
Yeah.
you would think that suicide is only like an adult thing, like.
Yeah.
You would
And
think
and
that is
it's-
not true. I could tell you that from personal experience.
Yeah, it's so sad to hear just the youngest of people trying to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
How could they think such of a thing? Like,
You're so young
That's
and
such
you
a
have
sad-
such a long life ahead of you. Like, you have so many things to experience. Why would you want to cut your life short?
Right. Just wait. Just wait it out.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, like just it's like a storm is hitting you hard and you just want to like give up already.
But see,
But
like,
it's just the fact. I think that I find that so depressing and when I hear things about that is that when there's kids out there who actually think about suicidal thoughts, like holy, that's fucking that's scary. That's like the most depressing thing I've ever heard in my life.
mhm.
These kids are young. When you're young, what do you think about? You think about fun things. You
Think about riding your bike.
you know, your childhood.
And,
you know,
it sucks, Alejandro, because I feel like our generation down, we all had it without cell phones.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Up until this point, this is the most time I had like my fucking
And
cell phone.
I remember like being in middle school. I don't think I had my first phone until I was like a sophomore
Same here.
in high school.
And
Well,
even
I didn't
then,
have a cell
and
phone
even
at
then,
all
it
until
was
I was like
All right, but see,
23.
like we were constantly focused on what? Hanging out with your friends on the block, just riding your bike, scooters, skateboarding,
playing soccer constantly.
everything. You
We
know,
would call
and
each other on the phone if we wanted something.
It's so fun. It was so carefree. And then when these fucking shits started becoming such a big thing, and Facebook became a big thing, and Twitter and Instagram,
All the social
you're
media.
so worried about your self-image even more. So
It
then
just
our
becomes a thing.
generation-
It literally becomes a something extra
Like
in
popularity
something like
is
what the
such
fuck.
a big thing. Like, you want to get the most likes. You're gonna like a girl's gonna go out and dress like such a hoe because guys gravitate to that. These young kids gravitate to that, and they're gonna just like, you know, and that's all you want. In high school, that's all you want. And for us, it was more like we're focused on school, and then when you get home, we're focused on getting on and playing. You know, we weren't there on our phones, like just checking what we were doing. But you know what was
Even
a big
back
thing was MySpace. I remember that was my thing, was
Like
MySpace.
what, when you were like 6th grade?
Right, exactly. But the thing was, like, I think I had a MySpace up until my freshman year. And I think all I was worried about was picking out what MySpace layout I wanted. Like, there was not really, like, any sort of bullying going on, you know, in the comments, like, you're such a fucking bitch, like, or anything.
It
like
would
that.
happen, but I mean, it wasn't.
You
so
get over
often.
it, yeah. But you get over these things, you know. But now it's like
It's much more. It gets deeper.
it's a lot of jealousy and a lot of rivalry, and it's just it sucks.
There's too much out there.
Honestly, yeah, and Facebook, I feel like
There's
it
way
does.
too much out there.
It sucks.
It just.
And I would see a lot of people like,
Oh, sh!
what?
Are we getting a bunch of like happy faces?
Yeah. No, but
It sucks because like, oh god.
Because think
damn.
about it, like, let's say there's a relationship between a guy and a girl, and you see, you say the guy's girlfriend happens to like a guy's picture, and you see that, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, you mean another dude.
You get hella mad, and you're like, and they're like, why?
And then like you're like, yeah, fuck that, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then
it's-
she's
it's
like,
just-
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a lot of problems nowadays, and it's horrible.
It's terrifying. It really is.
And you know what? Like growing up in high school, I mean, my thing was doing dances for quinceañeras, right?
yeah,
so
that was
would-
something really great back then.
I would help a lot with the girls because I knew how to dance, right? So I would choreograph their dances or whatever. And so these girls are younger than me. I was like a senior in high school, and these girls are what, sophomores? And by that time, things are already changing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like phones were already a big thing, and blah blah blah. And I would see these girls smoking pot, drinking alcohol, being sexually active, and all this crap. Like I was like, holy crap! How do you guys do this? How do your parents allow you to do this? Like, where are your parents? You know what I mean? Parents are. What are they doing?
Working.
But how
Not
is
raising
how
your
is
kids.
your child not your first priority? Our generation, our parents are
You're working
constantly
so that
there.
your first priority can have food and a home.
But I mean,
But the thing is, like, honestly, what my parents did is they got me to fear all that crazy stuff. Because honestly, I could have been involved with a bunch of stupid shit. Honestly.
exactly.
And honestly, I'm glad to be like, holy fuck, dude! Like, my parents took care of me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't. Even, honest to God, I didn't
don't
start.
think-
I never started. I didn't.
We are Luis Fernando.
What does it say?
We're getting a little bit off topic.
That's okay. We made it to the end of the show, and
I
now
mean-
we're
Yeah,
We're-
Hannah got raped.
we're-
And then she's like, "Fuck this, fuck you guys. You guys are
And
my
the-
13 reasons why I'm gonna kill myself."
the
And then she's in
counselor
the
didn't help her.
That's the
yeah.
thing. And at the last episode, she starts it off. You know, one last
well,
try.
then didn't Clay fucking make her a tape?
No,
tape?
Clay,
Yeah,
Clay
Clay-
added a side,
He's like, you know what, bitch, this is your fault too.
Right, because it's 14 sides now.
but 14 is just him baiting Bryce into saying that he raped Hannah. That's
yeah,
it.
just tell me you fucking raped her. Alright, fine.
And then he
she was
goes
begging
and
me to
plays
fuck
that
her.
tape while he watches the picture of.
Yeah. So Clay was just like, damn it. Like, if we're all going to suffer, you know what? You guys are going to suffer too. The school's going to suffer too because they easily could have said something as well. And so then we're going to move on to this fucking suicide scene. So she goes into the
Oof.
bathtub. Holy crap, this was really graphic.
It really was,
It
like,
was
holy
emotional.
shit.
It was.
Did I
And-
cry?
intense.
No, because this time I was like, God, you could have made so many different choices. But
You were judging.
It's so crazy how
I was
everything
judging,
just.
yeah.
I was crying.
I was like, Hannah, why? No, like that mom could have been like, hey,
I think.
What are you doing?
I think that was a powerful part when like the mom just like.
she was dead.
No, like
It
when she
was-
came in here, she's like Hannah,
It's
like.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Hannah. You're fine. You're fine. What does it say?
He got Bryce to confess. Clay did get Bryce to confess.
Yeah, he did eventually.
Yeah.
He
What
he
does it
went
say
to
then?
stick up.
Because he got his ass fucking whooped.
Yeah, for Hannah, and she's already dead. Like,
Clay
Thank
went out
you,
there.
Clay,
Yeah, Clay
for
literally
handling
fucking
something.
went out there to get his ass fucking beat.
But it was too late.
yeah.
Hannah's already dead.
No, yeah, Hannah's already dead. But
Hannah's
it's,
already been raped.
it's just
But
the
in
fact.
her
It's just.
honor,
It's just the fact to go and justify Hannah's
Hannah's
death.
death.
And you know, for Jessica too, like
Yeah.
You know, fuck this.
He
This
did do
this
something for
fool.
Jessica
This
too.
guy cannot fucking be allowed to go out and get away with this without any consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck that.
Good.
Clay
I'm
went out
so
there.
happy he did that.
Yeah, Clay got his ass
Like, fuck.
whooped.
He had
And
some
even
balls.
Bryce afterwards is like, I'm gonna give you props.
I think it would have been better if Bryce didn't confess. I
don't
think
know.
not necessarily better, but I think it would have been more realistic
If he didn't say something.
if he didn't say something.
But I mean, Clay wasn't gonna stop until he heard. You know.
I think he would have stopped eventually. Because I don't think Bryce would have said anything.
It's like-
he did.
Realistically, I don't think that would
Realistically,
happen.
so you're saying like
It's like Pretty Little Liars.
I wouldn't
Nobody's
know
gonna
about
say
that.
anything.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
It's a show,
I
but
know-
nobody
I
says
know
anything.
that.
Nobody opens up their mouth about anything.
Is
They
that
keep it
about
just a
rape?
big. No.
There's no rape in that show?
I don't know. There's been so
What a
many.
pussy show.
There's so many fucking episodes. I don't even remember
Yeah.
the things that go on in this show no more.
noobs.
But nobody said anything. Nobody would say anything about their damn secrets. That's what it's called, Pretty Little Liars. Because
Right.
you stick together and you don't say a word. But and then
And the
Bryce.
show can keep going on forever.
Exactly. So imagine if Bryce never said anything. Shit could have kept going on forever.
He would have
But
gotten killed by
let-
Tyler when he fucking
Eventually,
shot up the
but
school.
you know what? It's true when they say like the truth eventually comes out.
Yeah.
He would have got his shit.
Right.
One
Well, I
day-
mean,
If
they have the
anything,
tapes. They have
Justin.
the tapes.
No, well, I mean, remember, because Jessica,
She
the
told
last
her.
thing, yeah, she showed her dad.
And I'm so glad she gained the confidence to even say something.
What does it say?
Don't forget Tyler is a fucking psycho.
No, we mentioned that. We covered that
No,
already.
yeah.
Yeah. We talked about Tyler, okay?
Where have you
like
been?
3 hours ago.
He had his fucking suitcase full of artillery,
Yes.
ready to go in there
He's
with the
got-
bang.
God damn it, Tyler.
I don't know why he needed to buy another gun when he had like a fucking assault rifle.
He did. He had. That was creepy to me. I was like, God.
Yeah, that's
damn
pretty
it,
fucking crazy,
Tyler.
man.
I was like, you're over here stalking, and now you're over here about to shoot up someone. Holy
That's just pretty
crap.
fucking crazy. man.
I honestly thought Tyler was gonna shoot himself. I was like, Tyler's probably gonna kill himself right now.
So when they have somebody in the ambulance that they're driving, who'd you think that was?
I thought it was Tyler.
You thought
But it was Alex, huh?
It was Alex.
I thought
It's
it was
crazy
Tyler.
because in the scene, the last scene before he shows up, you remember Alex's dad
Alex
is
was
a
talking to his
cop.
dad, yeah.
He's like, nice keeping your closet clean. Didn't he kill himself? Did he try doing it in the closet, do you think?
No,
No?
He probably just cleaned up his room and fucking settled everything and just maybe like laid down on the bed. And like maybe he fucked up the shot because he was laying down on the bed or something.
Who knows? We're gonna have to tune into season 2.
If there's a
Why
season
would there
two.
be a season 2?
I don't
Because the
think
show's
that
called 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, but normally
Season 2 would be called 13 Reasons Why. Somebody
I don't know
else
if
with
they're-
another 13 reasons.
they're
is
gonna
what
make
the
a
show's gonna be about.
spin-off. Typically, this normally happens, doesn't it? Like it's about a book, and then they just want to keep making more of it.
Would you think?
But
Would you
this is-
think?
But this book is specific.
Right
13 Reasons Why. It's her 13 Reasons
now,
Why.
it's gonna be Alex's reason.
It's
why.
not like they made a list of 13 reasons of something and then someone else can make that list in season 2.
But
this
why
is her
would they
13
give
reasons.
such a cliffhanger? You know what I mean?
I think
You're
it's
right.
just-
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, the cliffhanger, like with Tyler.
But the
Bryce.
show couldn't be called 13 Reasons Why, and the show wouldn't be about Hannah.
Is that where the book ends too? That's where it stops. It doesn't
The book
continue.
ends with him being like tape number 7 and him sending the tape to Sherry.
Sherry.
That's where it ends.
Oh, I thought they had like cut this book in half or something, and they were gonna make something else, but I guess not.
No, the book is like on the audio book is 6 hours long.
Jesus Christ.
The show is like 13 hours long.
You're right. Yep.
Everything
Dang.
that she says in her narration is what the book is.
Mm-hmm.
All that extra shit is not in there.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Was that the
So-
podcast for this week?
Well, we had to end up with counselor.
Right. So the counselor told her.
So
to move on.
let's talk about the counselor for a bit. How throughout the show he's been trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with
Yeah.
the death of Hannah Baker.
I don't think he was.
You don't
I,
think
think,
But he
I
kept-
think he was more concerned about losing his job as his school was being sued.
and he told his wife that he's like, I could possibly lose my
And
job.
she's like, no.
Yes. he left.
So you think he was being careless about it when he was asking the kids? He was just like, whatever the fuck, I don't care. I'm just making it seem like.
But because the way
No.
Hannah tried,
But
to
honestly,
open-
if you,
didn't
if
know
okay,
enough. I don't think
if
he knew
Hannah,
enough.
no, if Hannah, like, it
Gave
doesn't
up
matter
the
if
name?
it doesn't even matter if you gave up a name. Just the fact
She
that
said I got raped.
it's exactly. What the fuck would you tell her? Just move on. Holy shit! You so
She
this
didn't say that she got raped.
wasn't it intended though?
Yeah, it was sort of intended.
It was kind of intended.
You
Or
mean
that
implied.
oh yeah, implied that, or that she was gonna commit suicide. All of that was implied.
Just something's wrong with this kid, and you're gonna say move on. Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, that
You
was,
should be
I
fired.
honestly,
that was horrible.
it's horrible to tell someone to move on. But what if you guys hadn't seen the show and you just saw that scene?
What scene?
If you just saw the scene where she's talking to him in the office. Like, you didn't know any backstory. You didn't know what she was talking about. So you're hearing for the first time what he's hearing for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hard for you to take that out of the equation, but
Like how people
she
tell.
didn't give him enough information.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's kind of like she's trying
And what
to.
are we saying? We are saying
That's-
wait it out.
Yeah.
Which is basically like saying moving on, but moving on may be a little insensitive.
What's-
But basically,
But what
that's
I,
what she needed to do.
what
I
I
know.
wanted her to
Fuck,
do was
man.
speak up and wait it out.
Right, wait it out and speak up.
Exactly.
But
That's where this should have ended.
but he said move on, which is a poor choice of words, but it's the same difference of what needed to be done.
Right.
She needed to know that life will go
Go
on.
You're just in high school. But those traumatic things
can really affect someone like
are definitely
Hannah.
worth talking about.
Absolutely.
So,
And then what is the last episode? Also ends with everybody.
The 4 people in the car.
No. Is when people are being spoken to by the attorney. They're being interrogated.
right.
Yeah, they're giving statements.
Yeah. You know, Corny eventually fucking starts being a bitch and actually like confesses.
Does she? Tyler's the first person to say something about the tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ryan.
And then- Was it Tony the one that
Ryan?
Yes.
Tony?
Tony did
Tony put the tapes
on a
audio file
USB on a flash drive,
Gives it to the parents.
Gives it to the parents.
and they listened to it.
And I listened to it. And then the 4 kids, Sky, Clay, Tony, and
Tony's boyfriend,
Tony's boyfriend,
Tony's man.
man friend. They're leaving. Tyler's got all the guns. We're getting feedback. Are you guys getting feedback?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting feedback.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, continue. Let's continue.
That's how it ends.
Yeah, that's just about it. That's all that happens. Unfortunate things happen in this show.
Right. Moral of the story is don't kill yourself. Talk to somebody.
Talk to somebody,
And
get
if
help.
somebody,
Yes.
first person you go to is not the right person,
Continue.
find somebody else.
Go
Find
down the
somebody
list.
until you find the right person.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yes.
necessarily mean like, hey, it's probably a sign I should stop being a little bitch. No, fuck that.
All right, Luis Fernando, do you want to put some sort of input in this? Say anything you want.
Are you jogging?
I don't even think he's there anymore.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, there's a viewer.
So just,
Like, fuck.
any views that you have on this, Luis Fernando, go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
But here-
Last words from Luis Fernando.
But that was, I can see how this is the suicide awareness, rape awareness. I hope a lot of people really
Bad
do.
situation awareness.
Better choices awareness.
Absolutely.
I hope a lot of people really do see there's better things to do with your life than to be
Look before you
Chilling
leave. Think
with
before
some
you act.
stupid people. If you get touched inappropriately, speak the fuck up.
Don't let people
Um,
fucking have their way with you at all.
Go to school.
Don't let bad
Do
people get
you-
away with doing bad things.
Do your homework. Because let me tell you guys, if kids are listening to this, high school isn't shit. Like, when you get into the real world, holy crap, you're going to see it's such a slap in the face. So, even if you think it's awful right now, it's
You're
Going
not.
shit in high school.
It gets better and it gets harder, but,
And then it gets better, and then it gets
It's
harder
harder.
again.
It's
and then
just
it gets
life.
better. Yeah, it's cyclical.
yeah, so
Just go to college, honestly. And if you don't make it to college, it's fine.
do your thing.
Do your thing.
But please, suicide
Maybe
is
you'll find some
never...
warehouse to work at,
Suicide is
and
never an
things will seem
option.
great, and then they change.
But no, in all seriousness,
Have
Speak
Hashtag
up for
not
your
my
friends. Please speak up for your
So
friends.
as far as the show goes,
Stand up for each other.
Exactly.
yeah, honestly, like the show. I'm not gonna lie,
Powerful,
it was,
actually.
I thought it was honestly. I connected.
Powerful, but a lot of things could have been different. And I really expressed this to you guys, and you guys did agree. But it is, I can see how this is a suicide awareness and rape awareness.
Right.
I'm telling you.
No, yeah, like
And
I was watching
There
this.
couldn't be a better outlet for it. We live in the day and age of our online streaming.
Cyberbullying.
Well, that too, but like streaming sites where kids can watch this and
Oh, yeah, definitely.
maybe find something.
Right. Also, let me just say, from personal experience, people, if anyone out there is getting cyberbullied, and you have proof, and you give this to authorities or whatever, that is a felony. Cyberbullying is a felony. So if, like, seriously, fucking say something. Don't let yourself get beat up. Like, you are your own person. You're a strong person. You know, damn, live your life. You guys are fucking popping. That's all we're gonna say, or I'm gonna say. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say.
No, well,
I mean,
That
thank
was,
you for letting me really
vent.
vent on this. Yeah, because I can see why. Like, I did connect to this show too because I went through so many horrible things, and a lot of people go through horrible
A lot of
things.
people go through.
But
things.
it's-
people you know go through horrible things.
Yes, and so I'm glad I spoke up, and I'm glad if those people spoke up for me too. Like, thank you guys. And
There's
I
good
hope,
people out there.
I hope I can do the same for someone if they're ever going through something. Like, definitely let me know, and I will help you. I will guide you. I will do anything I can to make you happy and to see just a better outlook on life.
And-
Knowing this by personal experience, I can definitely give you guys some sort of advice
There's
if
always
anyone
hope.
needs it.
That's right. Look up Ashley Cortez on
And-
Facebook. Be friends with her.
Follow me on Instagram.
Don't bully her though.
I won't
She's
bully
got
you.
lots of friends that'll fucking beat the shit out
No
of you.
one. Bullying is never the option, guys.
I have someone like Tony to come and fuck you up. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, guys, definitely speak up to anyone.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Matt, for having me here today.
Thanks for being here, guys. Like that was
It's
an
an
intense
honor.
episode. We
I
almost
really-
made it to 3 hours.
I really,
Really?
love this because this topic,
It's 7 o'clock.
this
Holy
topic
shit.
is such a good topic to talk
It
about.
really is.
It's
Honestly, and you know
great
that's why like
podcast.
And it needed to be spoken about.
Right, and I
Absolutely.
hope a lot of people are doing the same thing.
And Luis Fernando, if you listened to us for like this whole 3 hours, you're a trooper for sticking in.
Seriously.
We
So,
got a
yeah.
lot of good peaks in here, so our volume should be great on this one.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Cool.
you should really.
Did you guys try that rainbow frappuccino at
I
Starbucks?
did. I actually did, and it was like diabetes in a cup, man. Like,
Diabetes.
I got a grande, and that's just a medium, and I could not finish that. It was
You went into a
disgusting.
diabetic coma.
Like it was so hard to finish.
It's
like
mango flavored.
it's not even mango flavor. I don't even know what it
It's
tastes
just like
like.
straight up sugar.
Yes.
Artificial.
Yes,
It was like if Scarface was sugar instead of cocaine.
it was awful. It was gross. It was nasty, and
So it wasn't any good. It
No.
was too much.
It was too much sugar.
But now the next thing is a dragon frappuccino.
So I saw that, but I heard it's only in California right now.
Oh,
No,
And
it's
and a lot of people are
it's a
gonna start
secret
branching
menu.
out
It's a secret menu.
from the leftovers of the unicorn
Holy
frappuccino.
shit.
Like, we got some shit here.
It's like the shit of the unicorn frappuccino.
I guess
Here
it's
it
just a
is.
green tea. You ask for a green tea frappuccino.
It's like
and-
matcha or
and
something.
have them put like berry swirls on there or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dragon.
So you gotta ask them to make it.
That in that way.
customized.
Like
Yeah.
when I saw that, I was like, Game of Thrones. Dun, dun, dun.
But
So
I hate
excited.
green tea.
Green tea.
Did you
is-
finish
You
season
know-
6?
I love green tea.
I haven't even started.
No, aren't you like? Did you see
I'm like
Jon
on
Snow?
season 2. I mean, episode 2 of season 6.
Right. Well, it's when Jon Snow comes.
I
back.
gotta keep
This
going.
guy. No, but you know what I do? I did get a show, a first season of another show. If you guys want to watch it, and we can talk about it.
All right, what's up?
If either you watched the show Fargo,
No.
there you go.
All right.
And each season is its own season. So it's at season 3 right now, but it's self-contained seasons.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm halfway through it. And when I'm done, I'll give it to.
What's Fargo about?
Well, there's a movie. If either of you guys want to borrow the movie, there's a movie, and it's self-contained too.
Okay.
But it's kind of like this idea of like true crime stories in the Midwest, but they're not true. They say they're true, but they're fake.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a fun little thing, where they at the beginning of it they're like, "This is a true story,"
Right.
yada yada yada. But it's fake.
Okay.
But it's just like Minnesota and true crime.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
mean, honestly, like I don't think we'll be able to get into 3-hour conversation about the show, but
Great.
it's fun and it's good, and
Yeah.
I'll pass it on probably to you
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna see you after next week.
Yeah.
No.
But
my
you live
heart.
by her, and then you can pass it on to her,
Great.
and we can talk.
And anything you guys want to let us talk about, comment, and we'll definitely discuss anything.
Anything and everything. Nothing is taboo.
I'm such an
Absolutely.
open person. I will literally talk to you guys
We have 3 minds here.
about
3
anything.
open minds.
Yes.
3 is the magic number.
3
Maybe
is the
one
magic
day
number.
I'll get another big group and we can play some like games.
Maybe.
And we definitely, I love.
We should
having-
You know what we should do? We should video blog.
Actually, real
I
quick,
love that. I want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Why wouldn't
Well, I
you want
like
to do that?
I like to do this. I did this with Dakota
Alright.
a couple times and Ivy a couple times before we get out of here. I bought this book, Questions for Terrible People.
Okay.
Like we just had this very awe-inspiring episode,
Okay.
and now we'll ask some terrible questions.
All right. Okay.
Would you rather retire as a locally respected and loved public high school teacher who inspired hundreds of kids to achieve their dreams and be good people,
Okay.
or a
That was so long.
a B-list action movie star who's appeared in 100 plus direct-to-video films?
A bitch list?
B-list, like
No, there's A list.
lower quality.
Yeah.
And appeared in what?
Or a B-list action movie star who's appeared in 100 plus direct-to-video films.
What is direct to video?
It means it didn't come out theatrically. Like you see these shitty movies at Walmart that you've never heard of before.
What the fuck? I'd rather be a teacher.
Teacher too.
What a waste of time. I'm over here changing people's lives, god damn it.
I mean, when you're a teacher, you can actually like help people.
Yeah. I think a teacher. I just out of the greatness of my
I
heart.
think the other one.
Those two things aren't even close, so you couldn't even be on the fence. It's obviously one or the other.
Right.
All right,
Okay.
and then the other one, I don't even think you would know this. Be real. Which one of the Golden Girls would you want to spend a sensual evening with?
Yeah, I do not know any of the
You guys
Golden
don't know.
Girls.
Just Betty White.
Betty White.
Alive.
By default, Ashley will go with Betty
Well,
White.
give us another
I'm
one.
gonna
Give us
have
another
to.
one.
Get another piece of paper. Come on, do something that we can actually.
That one's kind of weak. There
Yeah,
was a
that's
couple
pretty
other ones that
fucking
were
I like
just
how
tear
you're
it
just
out?
ripping
Tear
it
it
out.
because I'm gonna go through the whole book.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Either your best friend gets laid off with 2 weeks' pay,
Wait,
or you lose the ability to copy and paste on electronic devices for the rest of your life.
what's the second one?
Lose the ability to copy and paste on electronic devices for the rest of your life. God
so either
damn.
you can't copy and paste anymore forever,
Or bitch, you're fired.
or you have your best friend get laid off for 2 weeks with 2 weeks' pay. So they lose their job, but they get a little money on top.
But they can't always get another job, so
And
I
you
hope you
can
get fired.
continue the copy and paste.
Holy fuck, dude!
I'm gonna be real here, and I'm not gonna be ashamed. So I'm gonna say I would have my friend.
You're not going to lose their job.
Say,
Because-
just the fact how the situation goes right now, it wouldn't be such a fucking bad idea.
Because y'all can get another job.
A better job.
Yep.
A better job.
Like it says right here, think about how much you use copy and paste on a daily basis.
Every day,
There will
brother.
always be job listings.
You see? So I wasn't in the wrong. Great.
Alright, and then the other side is think of the worst way you've ever been dumped and the worst way in which you've dumped someone. Which method would you prefer for your best friend if they were getting dumped tomorrow?
Okay. Fuck, man. The worst way I've ever been dumped. Probably through text message.
Yeah. The worst way I could have ever been dumped was getting my window broken and saying, "Happy anniversary," but it's over.
No, that's gonna happen to your best friend tomorrow.
So the way I broke up with someone was
Was through text
Please.
too.
through text. Yeah.
I
So
didn't.
I would
well,
rather have her go through text than to get her
Okay,
window
from all of
broken.
my relationships, I've only I've been.
Okay, well, if it's through
fuck-
text, were the words
That's the thing.
were
Okay.
the words to you worse than the words
Okay.
you
No.
sent?
No. The thing is,
I want to
I
text
was
other people.
okay. The only person I've only broken up with one person, and my intention was to go later on that day, face to face, and say it's not working out no more.
That was the intention.
That was the intention, but some fucking how, this girl knew I was gonna break up with her. She texted me that
She
day when I was
avoided
working.
you.
She avoided me, and she's like, "Hey, why are you really gonna see me later?" I'm like, "Oh, like I want to hang out with you."
And you're like, yeah, no, we're breaking up.
And then she's like, "Or are you really gonna break up with me?" It's like,
So she knew. How did she know?
I didn't fucking say anything.
Girls' intuition.
Yeah.
It's just a
Had
girl
you been
thing.
avoiding her like the entire
Yeah,
week?
it is just honestly like.
Yeah, definitely
We
girl
went
intuition.
from like hanging out and texting all the
Hey,
time.
but come
to
on, me,
nothing.
like man, like I never did anything like shady or anything.
Right.
I just kind of knew already. I don't want to be in.
You
this
were
relationship.
like, "Fuck you, bitch.
I should have been.
We're through."
Should have been.
Hindsight. All right. Well, with that, thank you guys for being on Sequel Podcast this week for the epic 3-hour episode.
Man, you know how long this is? As long as Heat, man.
This is, no, 250. Heat is 2 hours and 50 minutes long.
There it is.
So I hope you guys really. I mean, I'm pretty sure not a lot of you guys are gonna hear this, but
Right.
definitely skip
It's-
through some parts,
it's-
and there's some good parts in there. And
It's
Definitely
out
good
there.
parts.
It'll be up for people to listen to.
It doesn't even feel like I've been
I
here
think
fucking 3
I think
hours.
as me, I will post to me what were the most things I
Interesting.
want people to hear coming out of my mouth. You know, I will definitely post the seconds on there, and people, please listen. Please listen.
Well, just so you know, like I delete the Facebook, but I post the YouTube video.
Yeah, so
Okay.
from the YouTube video, I will definitely put a link out there and put the little pieces in there that I really feel like people really need to get on it. So,
Well, hopefully, like when I get you guys back, we got some fun, happy, jokey episodes with less rape involved.
all right.
All right.
Sounds great.
I'm Matt Bonta.
Alejandro Rangel.
And Ashley Cortez.
Thanks for listening.